So, session 45 of Ghost of Saltmarsh. Last we left off...
Halfway to 90.
Yep. The last session was halfway to 88. Last we left off, we're in fucking wild space. What? Crazy. We was in the God Hand. I can't remember what that place was called.
What's Hand Bar?
God's Hand Bar. I should have. That was easy. And a air cleaning unit arrived.
Yeah.
Which
AERV is its full name.
Yeah, that one. Not as easy. That brought along a guy called I've left my notebook in the corner. Haroken. And he also came with a couple of robots and a
big soldier
and a big GIF.
A big GIF. We discovered that there is a race of mechanical beings with consciousness. And the GIF seems to be sort of like a military type race.
It can also pronounce GIF, remember?
Yeah.
If you're weird. And Hadouken is a trader of sorts. That's his new name, by the way.
Yeah,
is a trader of sorts. He sold us a musket and offered other things, but we needed to go to an exchange to change monies. We had a bit of hijinks on the bar, throwing each other around, which led to a discovery that Styles can now do Mage Hand. It seems that the wild space has done something to him, possibly. And also Scarrig did it too.
Basically, everyone's got Mage Hand.
Everyone's got Mage Hand.
Except
Packard, who's got a musket.
Who's got Chill Touch.
Yeah, so then we went to the exchange. We had a really fun couple of hours where Paul tried to work out exchange rates and taxes and commissions. On the way...
Shortwells must be paid.
On the way, Ozzy stole out of the bag what the players discerned as a ray gun, but the characters had no idea. And also Ozzy has purchased an Onyx dog from the guy. It was then decided that we would go to Pit Bar. So we headed there, and on the way we encountered a spooky balloon with creepy music, which turned out to be fucking space clowns, because, wild space.
Motherfucking space clowns.
And a battle ensued, of which they were like suicide space clowns. And they, after what they perceived as enough fun and damage, they fucked off, but left behind 2 extra ray guns.
That's true.
And that is where we left it, I think. I think that's everything.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. So, we open the scene. So, in the distance, you can see between the large asteroids that slowly turn and rotate in the vastness of wild space, you see the ship that the space clowns came on just clearing the last asteroid, then beaming into Spelljammer speed. You stand on the open deck of the Damselfly, and over the next 15 or 20 minutes you clean up the putrid ichor that these clowns have left behind, carefully scooping it and disposing of it, possibly over the side.
Scooping.
Polishing off your new weaponry, you group together, and we open with you floating in the asteroid field.
What the fuck was that? Styles? Space clowns? Really?
They weren't here last time I came.
Oh, fuck off.
Classic Styles.
I'm getting a bit sick of this shit.
But it's been 10 years, I've never seen space clowns before.
Convenient.
And you'd never heard of such awful delinquents?
Make
Oh,
a
okay.
history check, Styles.
These madmen of the stars.
12.
12. You'd heard of bandits in space and brightly coloured folk, but not necessarily pinning it down to space clowns, having not encountered them yourself. Most of the time when you're in wild space, you're either in the astral sea or escorted.
Yeah, but I'm normally on bigger ships. Of course, there's space pirates. There's pirates anywhere where we get people travelling by a vessel. But
Oh yeah, obviously.
yeah,
Yeah.
stories. But I never said there were clowns.
I don't really know what they were trying to do. Were they trying to steal stuff, or just like?
I'm worried their attempts were to bugger us silly.
Oh,
Well,
why did we stop them then?
I worried.
Well, I was not in the mood.
Oh, they should have made that clearer. Damn, I would have been up for that.
No, these harlequins of the asteroids. There's something wrong
What's a
with them.
harlequin?
It's like a clown.
Oh, okay. Why don't you just say clown?
Because I've said clown already.
Okay, clown,
I need a
Clown.
new word each time.
clown. Yeah,
I
I
like
guess you
the
keep
term
saying it. Sounds
Harlequin.
weird.
Yeah, Harlequin, clown, creepy Harlequin, creepy clown.
Wait,
clown.
Harley Quinn or
Harlequin.
Harlequin?
Harlequin.
Leviosa.
Harlequin. What's at Leviosa?
I don't know.
While this is going on, can I be looking for little small meteors?
Yeah, I mean,
Rocks.
there's large ones around you, and it's up to you. You can either.
If it's big
you've
enough
seen-
that I can drag it with my mage hand, then I will, and I'll smash it with a rock.
Well, what I was going to say is,
Smash it with a hammer.
you've seen that the clowns sort of floated quite freely through space. So it's up to you if you want to try and leave the deck and swim to one and chip a bit off, or if you want to.
I
an
can't breathe in space, I thought you said.
There's an air envelope around your ship, so that extends. I think it's a good 100
I
feet
thought
or
it was
so.
just a carapace, I didn't realise.
No, I will tell you.
Can I ask Paul?
Huh?
How do we
In
propel?
all of that happened, what was
Yeah.
Hiroka doing?
He's not with you.
He's
You left
gone.
him
We
at
left him
the
at the exchange.
Shortwell Exchange.
Oh, did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because you tried to scam him of the money.
Did
Yeah.
we?
So he was just like, I'll just wait here.
Yeah.
And you'd also
Someone was
stolen
trying
the
to
ray
be like,
gun.
oh
I
yeah, I
think.
paid you. And he was like, that's why we're here.
Yeah. On a nautiloid, it's 180 feet in all directions.
Okay, well, how do we propel ourselves when we're in space, though?
Kick.
Jump. Make a athletics check.
Yeah, so I can propel myself once away from this ship.
There'll be some spells in your repertoire.
Got your mayonnaise jar?
Be careful.
Okay, so then I wasn't sure if there was weird physics or something. But
Get
okay.
your mage hand to push
Well,
you.
I'm just gonna tie off a rope and jump off
Okay.
without telling anyone. And just start looking for big rocks.
Yeah, well, they're conversing and discussing harlequins and clowns. Make a athletics check.
What is that, like a D20 and then it's plus?
It's one of your
Oh,
skills.
fucking hell. That's a 1
Not-
plus 3. so
Not easy,
4.
is it? Not
So,
easy.
Scarrick is lost in space.
you tie the rope around your waist, tying it to one of the barrels, and taking a few steps back, you charge towards the edge, pushing yourself and propelling yourself towards the nearest asteroid. As you do, the rope, sort of floating slightly with the force you cause, wraps around your ankle. It immediately goes taut, and as you get over the side, it pulls you back, propelling you underneath the ship. You rapidly dive under, the rope now loosening, as you sort of fire downwards underneath the ship, and then begin to curve round. You come up just on the other side, just enough to see your head before the rope goes tight, and then begins to pull you back round.
Guys. What's Scarab doing?
This is
What was
Scarrick.
that?
Oh,
Sorry, I'm under the ship. I'll be back round in a second. I'm just looking for rocks.
What? Oh,
What? I don't
As it
think it's
slows
safe to leave the
underneath.
ship.
You end up dangling upside down underneath the ship.
Okay, I don't.
Mr.
Can
Scarrick.
you hear me?
it's-
I can't get back. Can you pull the rope?
Oh, yes. Mr. Ozzy, pull that rope.
Oh, you don't sound too keen, Captain. All right. I go over and pull the rope.
It
to
didn't
pull
go
him in.
how I planned.
For a few minutes, you drag a slightly dishevelled Scarrick back onto the deck of the ship.
Didn't get any rocks.
Did
Why are
you
you
not?
trying to get rocks?
I just thought it might be quite cool, like souvenir to take home and like
A
mess with.
souvenir? What about this weapon you've acquired? Is that not souvenir
Some of them
enough?
might be metal. It could like melt it down and make like a
No, rocks are rocks.
like. No, like that's where iron comes from.
No,
From the
iron
sky.
comes from. Where does iron come from?
No, it came from the sky. It's stuff of the stars, lad.
Iron comes from the sky.
Aye, it landed on Earth like
What, like big
thousands
chunks?
and thousands of years ago, and then now we take it up as iron. But it's made of the stars, so like
Wow.
there could be new elements out here.
Well, in
It's
that
all
case,
far too confusing for me.
Mr. Scarrick, I order you to get back out there
Throw
and
me
find
out of
us
here.
some new metals.
I don't think I'm quite good enough to launch myself.
There'll be plenty of time for that. We'll get a bit closer later, but let's finish cleaning this mess up first.
You could have just chipped a little bit off of the god's hand. Oh no, because that's a god's hand.
Might be
Was
made of
that
something.
made? What was that made out of? Was it a rock or was it metal?
I don't know, it felt like rock. The surface was a rock, or appeared to be rock.
Oh yeah, you could have just chipped some of the surface off of the bar. Maybe you could do the same when we get to the next place.
Aye, could try that.
Or
Don't
I
think
can
it'd
have
take
a look.
well to me taking away the minimal earth that they've got.
Well, why don't you use this new mage hand that you've got and try and drag something onto the ship?
I was trying that, but there wasn't anything close enough.
Oh, was it not?
Hmm.
No.
What have I got here?
It's okay. I'm just gonna keep an eye out, and if you see anything interesting, put it in my bag.
Yeah, certainly. Well,
So
well,
you wish
well.
to continue travel?
Yes.
Styles, you return to the helm, and with the carapace slowly closing over the rear, you didn't close it just yet. You had watchers on the deck, didn't you? Which was why it was open. So, over the course of the next half an hour, you slowly navigate through the rest of the asteroid field, and then coming to the space beyond and traveling the allotted distance, you get a small kiss on the head from an omniscient god. You close the carapace, and everyone buckling in, you jump to spelljamming speed, heading for the pit stop. It's only a few hours from here, and is there anything you wish to do in this time before you arrive?
I mean,
Other
I'm
than keep an eye out for rocks.
keeping an eye out for fucking clowns.
At spelljamming speed, it's just streaming light, just
Aye.
flying past. It's that you can travel 100 million miles in 24 hours. So
Packard's
that's
just
cleaning the black powder off his newly fired musket.
aha.
Sort of like studying it, trying to understand a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I think. What did we say last time when you said you were trying to make musket balls, Scarrick? Do you remember? Was it you couldn't quite do it yet?
I failed at that time, but
Yeah.
I knew that with my forge and stuff I'd be able to do it, but
Right.
Yeah,
at this point I've not.
Didn't we decide you could put all bearings in it to make it a shotgun?
Yeah.
That was an idea we floated, yeah. You, in theory, could put anything in it.
Yeah,
long as
it's
you
gonna
put-
fire.
As long as you put powder in a wad, it will fire. So
Yeah, it's gonna blow its
Well-
wad.
we'll see. We'll see what I stick down it.
Stars.
What have I done?
Stars. Have you ever come across a crossbow like this before? Talking about the ray gun. It seems to fire like electric lightning arrows or something. It's but I don't know. It seems to have a limited supply of them.
Bowers is currently flying, so he can hear you, but I don't think you can reply.
I thought I could.
We have been having conversations with him.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, he's in thingy. Okay, that's fine. We'll carry on then.
Yeah. Do I though, Paul? Yeah, because I know about the GIFs that.
Yeah, they don't carry ray guns though. I think you
Oh, no, they
wouldn't
have
know about them
muskets,
because
don't
you'd only know about them from space clowns. You know about the musketry. You've possibly seen like the things like the force grenade and stuff before, and
Yeah.
you've definitely heard of the bombard ships. But the ray guns are quite specific to that clan.
So, no, I have not. I assume it's some type of magic. Maybe it harnesses magic and it's stored
like
up and
magic
fired out.
arrows or something. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't really understand what it's supposed to do because like they were shooting us, but then they were shooting themselves. So like,
maybe the idea is to shoot the enemy and it makes them laugh, and then you can get them with another attack. Maybe I don't know. We should try it first opportunity.
okay,
They're shooting themselves, or
I
they're
shoot-
just a bit
I
tapped
shoot
in the head.
Scarrick.
What? Hey!
Flipping heck.
I didn't mean now.
Too late, said it. Tap it
Roll
in.
for attack.
It's canon.
So it's +5 to hit.
Natural 20.
No way.
0 there. So
Wow.
25 to hit you, Scarrick, which hits.
That's
2d6 psychic damage, and you need to make a wisdom saving throw, please, Scarrick.
Is it doubled?
Doubled,
Is it
yeah,
4d6?
because it's. Yes, it will be 4d6.
18 on my wisdom save.
18 on your wisdom. Okay, so you saved that.
11, 12.
Firing this weapon in such a confined chamber, instantly, I guess, Picard, if you're still around, you just feel this shockwave of energy just almost like pulse through your chest, and you see it. Obviously, all spells that you fire have this visual element to them, whether it's lightning that sort of echoes from your hand. This is almost like a concentrated red blast which beams forward and just hits Scarrick directly in the chest. You take, was it 12 damage?
12 damage, is it?
Yeah, how do you react?
I guess I turn around because he was like, said something, I think, didn't you? And so I'll turn around and get blasted and maybe get knocked back a little bit and just be like,
Oh
and
shit!
instantly kind of rage
By the
and reach for my
sea,
hammer,
Miss Rosie.
but obviously read the room and realize where I'm.
No!
put my hand back in.
I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna do something good. I don't know how it works.
It's a weapon. Why would you
Ozzy.
shoot me like that?
Yeah, but
Ozzy.
but they were shooting themselves like they were trying to get powers from it
Why
or
I
something.
said they're tapped. They were blowing themselves up on us. They were
died.
just trying to hurt us on them. I don't think they act like us.
I'm sorry.
Be more careful, lad.
Sorry.
I think we should confiscate Ozzy's ray gun.
Maybe we should.
Think you should
back
shut
up.
up.
Maybe it built a
Musket
maybe
boy.
it built a charge in the person and they explode. Maybe back away from Mr. Scarrick.
Why, you think I was too close?
I don't know. Maybe you feel different.
I think this is technology we do not understand.
I do
and we
feel
mustn't
different.
take it lightly.
I feel hurt.
Oh man, don't say that.
Or
I'm sorry.
betrayed.
You've upset Scarrick now.
I
You've
go
upset
to,
Mr.
I go
Scarrick.
to give him a hug, and I'll cast
Careful.
healing word on him.
Yeah.
You get 5 points back.
How kind.
Oh my god.
Is but a scratch. So, with your shenanigans in the cabin, you, Styles, you feel the familiar sense that you are nearing your destination. If there is ever an object in your in-spell jamming speed, you always drop out about a mile away from anything over the weight of a ton. So you drop out, and you can see in the distance, just a mile off, a small hump that is the pit stop. But what you see before you is a ship about halfway between the pit stop and you, and it's slowly heading towards you. This ship has brightly coloured sails of sort of deep purples and reds, and it's moving slowly.
Was we supposed to slow down, Styles?
Yes, we need to lose our momentum before we crash into it.
Into what?
Into the pit stop, can't you see it?
Oh.
Opening up the carapace, you guys get a better view from the rear, and if you come up to the top of the ship where the mangonel is, you can get a decent view. In the distance ahead, you see a small shape. But the ship is in between you two.
Wait, that looks like a ship, not a bar.
Should be okay. We'll just proceed slowly.
Well, let me guess. It wasn't you last time.
No, there's always ships coming and going. It's a pit stop. It's a bar. Of course, people come and go from here.
Okay.
It's too paranoid, Mr. Dorsey.
Well, yeah, I just got attacked by fucking space clams.
As you get a bit closer, you can make out the name of this ship, which is called the Astral Iris. It's a flying fish ship. So this vessel, let me describe it to you. This vessel looks very similar to a galleon, except where the front end of a ship normally raises into its sort of figurehead, this one dips like the front of a shoe. And similar to yours, two bulbous glass windows form the shape of eyes on the front. And from below its raised sort of front, two large wings spread out, or fins, you could say. As you get closer, on the deck you see a tall, purple-skinned creature, and he's waving with a large hand. His face is covered with thick brown hair forming a tuft on his head, and a patchy beard. Sticking from his brown mop are two deer-like ears. Blue like his skin, they protrude outwards a good 2 inches. When he sees you, he smiles and calls across. "Hey there, how goes it, friend? Where are you heading?"
We're heading to the pit stop.
You definitely can't talk to that guy.
I was just thinking that.
What, me?
Yeah, you're underneath the ship.
I thought it was like a ghetto blaster though, and I
I
was
don't think it's like a ghetto blaster. I'd say you could talk to the people on your ship.
No,
You can't
it goes ping pong.
Is it good?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello?
Hello.
What's your name?
Oh. We don't really use names.
That's unusual.
What do you mean you don't use names?
It's not part of our culture.
Okay.
How do you freaks address each other?
Whoa,
Back your
friend.
deck.
We are no freaks. Maybe you are the freak.
No, I think naming is a good system, so it's probably not me.
Well, if you insist, we tend to go by Anastasia.
Anastasia. Well, Anastasia, we're just looking for the pit stop.
Oh, I've just come from there.
And where is it?
It's just there, and he sort of points, and you can see it in the distance. It's not too far away now.
Styles, do you know an Anastasia?
No?
Make another history check.
Oh, Anastasia, let me just have a think. 12.
12. You recognize it as a trading ship. You don't know the person personally. But I would have said you would have met him before. His race is a Furbolg.
Yes, it's a Furbolg trading ship. I said there'd be ships coming and going from here. Although you're too paranoid.
Furbolg? Do we know Furbolgs?
You wouldn't.
Okay. A what now? A
Have you got any
Furbolg.
good items
Hey.
to trade, lad?
Well, we mainly trade in linen. I don't
No linen.
suppose you're into cloth. Finest in the wild space.
Oh, I mean, I like.
Plus,
I
he's
like
into
fancy clothes.
touching cloth sometimes.
Still my joke. Still my goddamn joke.
Hey, listen. The pit stop's quiet. It's not like normal.
What do you mean?
How so?
Not many people there.
Okay, well, there will be when we turn up.
That'll be good. We're moving on.
Why is there not many people there?
Farewell. And at this point, the
Oh.
ship sort of
Jerk!
drifted past each other and he's just getting out of range. Good trading.
What did they say? Everything okay?
Nothing useful.
He said the pit stop's quiet. Is that normal or not?
You know the pit stop is, well, as you get closer now, you can see it's a lump of space rock where a hammerhead ship, which is a ship in the shape of a hammerhead shark, and a living ship, which is the one you've seen, like the ARV with the large tree on the back of a large galleon. It's where these two vessels have been sort of embedded into the rock, and one serves commerce, the other accommodation. It's a place of trade and rest, and the atmosphere is always lively, and the locals on the rock are warm and friendly.
No, it should be a warm and friendly place.
It's not normal
I
for
don't
it
know
to be
why I'm
quiet.
talking like this. It's through the PA system that I installed on this ship.
Okay, well, let's keep going. He was a weirdo.
Yes. I can see a place to dock. Let's dock there.
So,
Why
Pulling
start
into the
speaking
dock.
weird?
It's the PA system.
pulling into the dock, you see only one or two smaller vessels, and from the expanse of the wooden walkways that jut out into space, you can see there's space here for a good 10 to 12 large vessels, some docks even for vessels much larger than yours. It does seem odd.
I would expect to see more ships here, though. Guys.
Oh, maybe they've been overrun by space clowns.
Did you ask the ship about passed it about the space clowns, or if they'd seen them, or at least you warned them, didn't you, before they went into the asteroids?
No.
Nope. They seem to know what they were doing.
We're not the experts around here. Surely everyone knows that there's fucking space clowns around. It's not for me to warn them. They'll probably laugh and be like, "You never seen space clowns? Fucking pussy." I don't want to get embarrassed like that.
Maybe we'll have to ask Tanner if we get back to God's Hand.
Or we just ask whoever runs this place, what's the name of the guy here? Or gal.
It's one of them places, always changes.
So you know the two most prominent places that have been here since the rock began is Misty's Bunks, which is the accommodation, and a small but well-renowned inn called My Left Boot.
Oh, so there's multiple
However,
places.
you've never
here.
been to the inn. Yeah. You know, inside is a large market which changes hands regularly from different stalls, different owners. Yes.
Did you say my left foot's a bar?
My left boot is a bar, yeah. But you haven't. Yeah, I'd say you wouldn't have acquainted. You've just heard here and maybe come and traded.
Well, let's. I thought there'd be a few more ship stocks. So let's go in and find out.
So as you come,
I would have said I left my ray gun on the ship. I wouldn't have brought it in case.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll say that out loud. That I think we should. If these space clowns are dangerous, we don't want to be associated. And I'm going to leave my ray gun here. So.
Oh, is that what it's called? A ray gun?
It says on the side of it. Sure.
yeah, Raygun 5000.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that. Well, I want to keep it on me, like everything else. Are we gonna get searched?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's fine to keep them on us.
I might even put it in like a little holster.
You have one.
All right,
I can, no, but I'll make one.
I'll put mine in my bag of holding. Are the big? Are the pistol size or the
they're
rifle?
like rifle size.
Oh, are they? I thought they were small. The way you described it sounded like the Call of Duty ray gun.
They are more like let's say the small.
Okay.
There is no picture. It's up to our imaginations. And if you all picture them small, then that is how they are.
I'm literally picturing the Call of Duty ray gun.
Like,
I like to think I'm like holding it, like let's put it, and I like looking around, and then I like put it in like my crotch, like in my belt. Like, hey, look.
roll for sleight of hand.
Oh, no, God. 12.
You're okay. No slippery trigger fingers here. I shot my dick off. So, leaving the damsel fly, you come onto the jetty and begin to walk down. In front of you, from your perspective, all you can see is the huge grey side of this vessel that looks almost half shark, half ship. You see across its skin-like fins large patches of metal where it's been repaired. And there's a jar.
Whoa.
And inside you
I
see
lost it for a long time. Though.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
sorry.
a long time there as well.
Sorry. Start again.
We all lost each other, I think.
We got to panels on the shark, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay, so yeah, you see the large half shark, half ship vessel in front of you that towers a good 2 stories above. Across the fins are these patches of like sheet metal where repairs have been made, and you can see the vessel itself is heavily anchored into the earth. It's not something that's ever going to take off soon. Ahead of you, large oval, half circle doors stand. Heading into the vessel. The metal housing and the 2 wooden doors in front lie ajar, welcoming.
There's no one around.
At this point, you don't see anyone.
Just before going in, could I get out 2 vials out of my bag of holding, empty glass vials, and get the alchemy jug and fill them each up with acid? Because the vial holds 4 ounces and it does 8 ounces.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's 2 vials of acid.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just put them in my bag.
Okay.
Eric, what are you doing? Are you trying to be sneaky?
No, nothing. Just well, I don't. We have a limited amount of credits, so I thought to easily get more credits, we can just sell acid.
Oh, I thought you were going to do an acid attack.
Yeah, I thought you were going in a different direction with that.
No, there's like you can get like 25 gold for a vial, so I thought maybe a good way of making a bit of credit.
But you know that they don't have gold here.
Hey, but we can get credits for it. That's the point.
Okay.
But how many people just want? Yeah, I turned to us and like, how many people just buy acid? Like,
People who do acid
You just throw
attacks.
at people, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
Done a fair amount of acid attacks in my time. Come on, you never thrown acid at a disgruntled,
This
you
is
know,
the guy that like
customer or
steals
something.
hands, vials of blood. Like, lead the way, Styles.
The door sort of creaks open on its hinges.
hello.
Are you heading inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you come into the sort of 15-foot wide, large arch that enters into what can only be described as almost like a narrow corridor. Narrow because down the side of either of the walls of the ship are a series of different stalls. You see a good 10 across, a good 5 or 6 across the bottom level and another level above with a similar thing, the balcony just jutting over. The alleyway in between is only about 6 feet across. So just to give you reference, as you come in, the stalls extend up to sort of the north end of the ship. And at the end of the day, you see a large door which says, "My left boot." And then to the right, you see a signpost pointing to Misty's bunks, and then another small archway which seems to lead to another corridor. As you
Where's the
look,
known?
I was going to say, as you look along the doors,
Misty Spunks. Was
Misty's bunks.
Oh, sorry. Must have misheard.
Discord. As you look down sort of the corridor of market stalls, you see each one is about 6 foot deep and about 8 to 10 feet wide. Many of them at this point have large sort of shuttered doors which close across the front. You see signs that say Freya's Fresh Food, Trinket Trove. These ship parts, oil and oil.
Lost you again there.
Oh no, did you?
Yeah.
I lost you just after you said Freya's Fresh Food.
Yeah,
With the
same.
Freya pass.
Okay.
I think it's
So-
Discord playing up.
Yeah, it is. Do you want to restart Discord or just keep going?
Just keep going.
So Freya's Fresh Food, Trinket Trove, Suits for Spacers, Oil and Oil, and the Bindings. These are the instant names that you see. You do see 2 stores that are open. Handy's Ship Parts and Rico's Recycling. Rico's Recycling is a little bit further down, sort of in a darker corner, and Handy's Ship Parts is in front of you.
Do you think when they're like naming these places, you have to like change your name to like go along with whatever it is you're selling? Or you can only sell these kind of things if you have a name that begins with the letter of it?
It certainly
I
helps.
think you're overthinking it again. I think
Maybe.
I approached the parts one, the ship parts one.
So as you look into this booth, this is actually a bit larger than the others, and it's directly in front of you. Plates, jars, and crates filled with.
It went again.
Did it freeze for everyone then?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Do you want to quit and restart?
I think maybe we should.
Yeah, let's just leave Discord. We'll stay on everything else.
Okay.
Right. Back in a minute.
Could you turn it down slightly so, please?
Hello.
Hello.
Paul, can you just read out the name of all the stuff again, please? Sorry.
Yeah.
Freya's Fresh Food.
Freya's Fresh Food, Trinket Trove,
Hang on. I'm trying to write it down. Fresh Food. Trinket Trove, yeah.
Suits for Spacers,
Suits for Spaces, yeah.
Handy's Ship Parts, which is the one you're looking at now,
Ship Parts. Yeah.
Oil and All,
Oil and Well, yep.
Rico's Recycling.
Rico's Recycling, yeah.
And the Bindings.
Okay. And these are all like stalls, you say?
Yeah, and a lot of them are closed up. Various different wooden doors and metal shutters are pulled across.
Okay.
The two that stand out to you are the ship's parts, which are just stood in front of. And then there's one other further down the line, which you can see is Rico's Recycling, which is currently open, but dark from the inside.
Yeah, so it's Andy's ship's parts and Rico's Recycling. There, the two that are open.
Yeah. So, Styles, as you head up to the ship parts, you see in this booth, which is actually larger than the others, large stacks of sort of sheet metal, jars filled with different coloured oils, crates filled with nuts and bolts. And as you sort of look to one side, what you think is a stack of tubes and pipes turns towards you. Before you is a 7-foot tall astronome. Across his chest, sort of welded in, is the word handy. And he turns, his eyes glowing like a dark orange in this almost like Tin Man style head. Welcome to Handy's Ship Parts.
Whoa.
How can I help you?
Right, good day.
Good day to you, traveller.
Yeah.
Do you have any like cheap astrolabes where we struggle a little bit with navigation? We don't have a captain who really knows his way around the place.
We're doing fine with the navigation.
Oh,
we got here, didn't we?
Turned.
I'm afraid we do not stock astrolabes. We are more parts, for example, sheet metal, new oils, nuts and bolts. More the hardware than the software.
It's a bit quiet on here today. There's only 2 stores open.
Yes, it's been quiet for a few days, but we're happy to have guests as always. Perhaps you'd like to stay at Misty's bunks for the evening. And his hand sort of raises and points down to them.
Just bunks on the ship,
Maybe. Yeah,
Misty
maybe.
always says to me, a true bed is better than any hammock.
Oh, I concur. Did you say this guy's made out? Is he made out of metal or is he human?
Yeah, so he's like the astronome robots that you've seen before have always been like about 2 or 3 feet high. This one is a 7-foot giant of a machine. His hands are like the size of dinner plates, and you can see one is shaped into almost just like a clasping claw.
I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you are fucking massive.
Thank you. I was built to help in the shipyards on the Rock of Bral.
Oh, so you were built?
Yes. Except after a terrible accident. I was never the same. And they didn't want me anymore.
Whoa, what's wrong with you?
I was
Did you shit
crushed.
yourself?
I'm afraid I don't believe I can shit.
Oh,
I was crushed
handy.
by a ship we were making, and then I started to want to do my own thing.
Oh, like free will.
Oh, interesting.
I believe that's what it's called in your common tongue, yes.
So
For
do you think
me-
there's something inside you that controls that got broken?
He sort of opens his chest and this large cavity opens up. And inside you see a series of gears and cogs. I'm unsure how I work,
Wow, that is.
but I know my
trippy.
duty is to help people. Travellers like you. Sort of puts his claw hand onto your shoulder and gives you a pat, and you feel the weight of it. Like he could probably crush your neck in like one go if he wanted to.
Oh, well, thank you. We'll visit Mister's maybe later. Is the bar been popular?
Everywhere's quiet at the moment, unfortunately. But I'm sure Erminster would be kind to serve you.
What was that?
He runs my left boot.
Oh. What was his
And who
name?
runs your right?
Erminster. You hear this like hearty chuckle as he's like, huh, 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 huh. And as he does,
So they
little bits of
program you with a
steam
sense
start to
of
come
humour.
out. I
Thank
have
you.
learned over the years of the common tongue's jokes.
No, thank you. We'll see Herminster and see her.
I can know, his sense of
Yeah, we'll have a
humour.
chat with him.
It's pretty basic if you find Scarab funny.
You are the funniest visitors I've had in many, many moons.
Yeah, I don't think this place has had visitors in a long while. And I thank him and start heading towards the bar.
What did you say that guy's name was again?
Erminster.
No, sorry, the robot.
Oh,
The space
the
name.
robot. He's called Handy.
Okay, Handy.
Yeah. So heading between the closed shops, you can see through some of the shutters. Most of the wares are still in here. They're just not manned at the moment. At the end of the corridor, the space opens out slightly. You come to the area where the ship opens up into the Hammerhead's head. And this is where the bar is. For a double wooden door of solid dark oak. You see the sign above that reads "My left boot" and a hanging, swinging sign with the picture of a boot on. As you open the door inside, you see what you can only describe as a tavern like you'd see at home. Small tables and chairs dotted around the well-polished floor. There's a bar that sort of circles in a semicircle around the far end. Behind it, racks of bottles. There is a warm glow coming from torches and lanterns hung around the walls. And although you are the only patrons, hovering about 3 feet above the floor is a large purple circle with tentacles coming from its head. Each tentacle has a smaller circle on the end, and hearing the door open, this creature turns. You see one large eye, the size of it almost a foot. It takes up the whole body in the center. Coming from each tendril, these smaller eyes, each one a slightly different color that seem to float and weave. Just underneath the eye is an apron, tied neatly. And as he sees you, it can only be described as a smile, as next to the corner of the eye wrinkles up slightly. Welcome to my left boot. Please come in, guests.
What the?
I believe you hear it in your head. Let me just check.
Minster, Mr. I presume?
That's me. Welcome.
Should have said aye.
That's enough, Scarab.
You shot him with
Please come.
that funny gun
Sit
earlier,
down.
and he thinks he's a comedian.
Also, it did do something.
Thank you. Are we early? It's a bit quiet here today.
No, you're right on time. Please come, sit. And he sort of floats across to you and ushers you to a table. You see, coming from behind the bar, a small goblin in a similar apron, completely silent, comes and pulls one of the chairs up for you as you each sit down. Where have you travelled from, friends?
Is this in our heads?
I need to check. If you would like to check as well, you can. If you look up a beholder.
Oh.
Oh my.
A beholder, eh?
Yeah.
Beer holder.
I think it does it through one of its things. Oh no, he has a mouth. Sorry, he does have a mouth, so he is
They have a
talking.
fucking horrible mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I know what a beholder is?
So
Or do any of us know what a beholder is?
all make a Arcana check. I'll say. This is sort of a magical creature.
Ooh, that's good. 20.
13.
21. Day.
21.
Oh no, natural 20.
9.
And 9. Styles and Picard, you are just sort of, well, I'd imagine Styles and probably Picard at this point. Picard, you not having any memories, you're like, well, this seems like wild space. And Styles, you're probably like, yep, classic wild space. As for you two who have probably maybe read some text or heard about them, especially you, Ozzy, who would have possibly heard songs about them, you know, in all your knowledge, these are one of the sort of most evil creatures in the land. They're always self-centered. They do everything for themselves, and they extend their power by controlling others.
Yeah, as soon as I walk in and I recognize it, I would like stiffen up a bit and be like, and message
Come
Scarrick.
back to us, Kurt. You froze for a
lost you
second.
there.
You said, as soon as you...
Oh shit.
Ow, I've lost everyone again.
Fucking hell.
Right, let's just... Can everyone...
I could believe you was doing an impression then.
Yeah.
Because it paused.
The last thing you said was-
Outside, pissing myself.
Okay, so the last thing you said was, as soon as I walked in,
Yeah, so we'd have to like retcon a little bit. As soon as we walk in, I would see what it is and be like, hang on a minute. And I would like tense up and start to back up a bit towards the door and cast message to Scarrick and be like, Scarrick, I think that's a beholder. And start backing up.
I clocked it. Be wary.
So as you do, that's when he turns around and his large mouth, just like his apron sort of just tied around the bottom half, just hanging in the breeze. He says, welcome to my left boot.
Before he turns around,
Okay.
I go invisible.
Okay. I don't think you can.
Oh.
Denied.
See, oh.
Okay, you do.
Okay.
You do that. He turns around.
Oh,
Welcome
Ozzy, where have
to
you gone?
I just immediately
Was
go
it?
invisible after saying that to Scarrick, and I like start like slowly walking like to the left to like a flank.
Ozzy, you were right there. Ozzy was right here in this very spot a moment ago.
Wait, no, he's
Are you
he's come
okay,
back to the ship.
friends?
I cast
Was
message to Picard and say, Picard, shut up. There's a beholder.
Ozzy,
These things are.
I hear you somewhere.
Oh my god!
You
I've
were
done
here
this-
a moment ago.
I've done this to you many times before.
At that, you see the beholder's front eye sort of change color. It goes from a deep blue to almost like a flecks of purple just spark through it, purple and white. As they do, Ozzy, your spell disappears as it casts a anti-magic field across all of you.
I'm naked.
Oh,
There you are, Mr. Ozzy.
gentlemen, please,
I was worried.
do not let my looks fool you. I am the owner of this place, and I mean you no harm.
I'm pretty. Hey, you made me visible.
And at that, his eyes changes back. You may use magic, but please, I really do mean you no harm.
Insight check.
Okay.
$16.
Telling the truth, it seems. I mean, you haven't read many beholders, but he doesn't seem to be twisting it. The only thing I want to give you is the best food and the best drink in wild space. Here, let my servers help you. And at that, the goblins come round and begin to pull the chairs out from the table.
Servers or servants?
Well, I will be honest. These creatures do work for me. Not out of choice. However, they have done terrible things. But now they serve.
Sounds
Is that
like
through
us.
magic?
Yes, of course.
There's a
Ah,
fishing
I forget. Not everyone's met a beholder, and if they have, they are probably dead.
Exactly. I've heard. I've not met one, but I've heard stories and songs, and you guys are fucking evil.
Listen, evil is true for most, but most are also lawful. I will tell you my story. It will be more comfortable if you sit. Do you sit or do you still stand?
I just standing looking at him.
Yeah.
Packard will sit. He doesn't know to be afraid of this thing.
Yeah. Very well.
I'm on edge because I know this place to be like really busy, and
Yeah.
I'm a bit freaked out by the lack of people.
Whenabouts did you take over this place? If you don't mind me asking before you tell your story.
I've always run my left boot. It was me who set it up here.
So was he here last time I was here?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have come down, so you probably wouldn't have known.
All right.
Do go on.
Well, as you know from your stories, we are a race who pride ourselves on being the best. And when I was created, I could not achieve that through evil. I couldn't bring myself to it. So, I changed. And I decided if I'm going to be the best, I will run the best tavern in all of Wild Space. My passion is seeing people enjoy themselves, please. Let me bring you some wine and food and you will see. You can ask the others. Although most are vacationing at the moment.
I can't.
What do
he
you mean by
saying this?
vacation? It does seem quiet.
As he's saying this, I
Mhm.
again cast a message in Sky's head and say, "Can't you do a sensing thing to see if he's evil or not?"
I mean, aye, but what's that tell us, you know?
Whether to trust him.
I think you'd be surprised at the amount of times that we've been trusting evil or grey people. But, okay. And I will cast it. I can't find it right now. I will cast Divine Sense.
And it tells you it's a line.
Hala spell Celestial Fiend Undead. And detect good and evil.
Yeah. So you get a sense of good coming from him.
Yeah, I can't just say it to him, can I? I'll just kind of look at Ozinger and like blinking it.
So,
Are you
you're
alright,
asking why the pit stop is quiet.
Sorry, I just farted.
Would you like me to change the chair?
Oh god, it fucking stinks.
You can do if
One
you want, but I
moment.
won't be using it.
At that, you see one of his eyes lock onto the goblin, and the goblin hurries behind the bar. You see him rapidly cutting some lemons and pushing them into water, and then taking a small jar and sprinkling rose petals. He brings this sort of scented water back to the table, and it just instantly clears the air slightly. Would you like a drink while I tell you? Or you are
No
in
whiskey.
a bar.
Yes, please. I
see.
need many drinks after the last few days.
Are you? Oh. And why is that?
Well, this is our first time in wild space, and it's pretty fucking trippy.
Please tell me you're adventurous. You
Yes,
must
sir.
be.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah,
We're
hell
the
yeah.
best. We're the best adventurers. We are the Mr. Men. You may have heard of us.
I'm Aussie, you may have heard of me.
I wish to have heard of you.
That makes
And
sense.
I will. You must stay and tell me your tales. But first, drinks. And one of his eyes pings to the goblin again. Whiskey, you say? From where?
Have you got any wild space whiskey?
Well, I must admit, the brew in Wild Space is very poor. But name anywhere and I will be able to find it for you. Where do you hail from, adventurers?
Oh, Earth.
Oh, Earth.
Mm.
And you sort of see one of his eyes ping and one of the goblins goes down to a small hatch and descends. The rest of you, wine, beer, ale, mead?
Well,
Wine for me, please.
I'd
Wine.
like to have a recommendation from yourself, knowing that we come from Earth and probably haven't tried anything outside of that place. I'd be curious to what you might recommend.
Bing, bing, bing,
I'd
bing,
be
bing.
curious to see what you recommend.
Yes.
So he said.
That's exactly it.
Well, let my bartenders get you something. So you see they dart back, and after a few minutes, as he sort of just hovered around and begins to tell his tale, they come back with several bottles and a large glass of whiskey. They come back with... perfect. I have bought you this bottle. Now, normally this would cost money, but since business is slow and you are adventurers after all, this is Emerald Embrace green wine from a place you've probably not heard of. Have you heard of Exandria? No.
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 I'm sure you will enjoy it. And the goblin, who are smartly dressed with these white aprons, begin to pour it into these sort of crystal glasses that are laid out. The whiskey is, I believe it's dwarvish. I think you'll enjoy. And as you
Thank you.
taste it and have a sip, you get the instant hit of that sort of cinnamon fire, which is often rivaled with the dwarvish whiskies.
Where's Exandria?
It's in another sector, another wild space, you could say. I strive to get everything, the best from every land, and bring it back here for my patrons.
Wow. So there are more wild spaces. Like
Oh yes, many.
Like Hadouken said.
Who is this Hadouken? Another member of the party?
He's a trader.
Oh, Haroken.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yes, he's been in here before.
You seem like a nice chap.
Yes, I believe he is a trader under the Chalkwells.
Oh, he took us to Chalkwell's traveling exchange.
Ah, that's good. They do a fair rate there.
Oh, is he work for them?
Most traders need a license to trade, and most licenses are provided by the Chalkwells.
Oh, I see.
They run a lot of the economy around here. Myself, I trade under my own license.
Yeah, best way to be. Don't answer to
A
no
free spirit.
person.
Anyway,
the
we were talking
Chalkwells-
about...
Oh, I know, but I got more questions now. So
Carry
you've
on.
opened a can of worms. So the Chalkwells, are they like a family, or like a business, or like a what?
It's Chort, dear friend. And
Oh.
yes, it's a family name.
But I got written down here Chalkwells.
No, it's Chort. Well.
Right, well, I ain't got any Tipex, but okay.
Not
So-
biting.
So what? They're like a company or a family or what?
A family with enough wealth to run an exchange, and
Wow, they run like most of what? They must be a pretty powerful family.
I believe they are.
Where do they come from?
I'm not too sure. It's hard to say. All I know is they have the infrastructure, they have the buying power. But I don't worry myself about that. I worry about here.
Kind of makes you think like all the powerful people in our place, that how insignificant they must be compared to a intergalactic family.
Oh no, there will still be people of power who know about the astral and the wild space in your realm. It's just not spoken about too much.
Do you know Galen?
I'm afraid I do not.
Okay.
I do not know many people from OF. Only the ones who pass by.
Sorry, I really interrupted your story. Carry on.
No. The more... I enjoy hearing stories. Especially of adventure. I've had some myself, you know.
We killed beavers. There was like
Killed
this
a
big beaver
beaver?
problem. Yeah. Like this massive
I
beaver
see.
problem, like beaver fever, you might say. And yeah, we dealt with that. We're pretty cool.
Oh, well, tell me how, please.
Oh, we killed him.
I interrupt for a second and I say, Mr. Ozzy, is that our proudest achievement?
Well, I would say it's definitely up there because, you know, remember how much of a big problem that was.
Don't forget when Styles won that pie competition. That was quite a good.
It was a good pie.
That was a good achievement. We should celebrate that
Yeah.
more.
I mean, there was that time also where he balanced on a stick. Like, that was cool.
Mm.
Yes, with my athletic ability.
Oh, he's cursed. Pointing to Picard.
First, you say.
No,
What
no.
did you do to earn that?
I'm not cursed. He's obsessed with curses, this fellow. This is cursed, that is cursed, everything is cursed to
Oh,
him.
no, he's definitely cursed.
No.
Some like, there was like a hut on long, big, spindly legs.
That sounds like a curse to me.
It sounds like a fucking curse, right? It's a curse. I told you, Picard.
Well, I don't think curses work in wild space, so we're probably fine.
I hope so, yes. And if you indulge him, he will talk to you and listen to your tales for a good long while. Is that be something you want to do?
I would just keep blurting out all of our mini escapades and achievements.
So,
In an order that makes no sense.
over the next course...
And then I was wearing a crown, and I tried to shag a lizard, and like it was mental.
So over the next hour or so, you lay him with his stories, and he comes back with similar scenarios that he's been in, similar things he's heard, different experiences. And the conversation is good. The conversation is rich, but a lot of it is him absorbing your stories and just listening to you, which is nice because this is probably the first time where someone's actually sat down and listened to your achievements, which you've made so far. He offers you some food for the price of 10 credits if you wish to lay it down.
Styles does.
I'll just start chewing on some jerky out of my bag.
Mr.
Picard,
Stark, pay the beholder.
Picard, you get these. You still owe me for the shot I bought you for your musket.
Oh. Well, that's a logical sense.
And Picard keeps his sister's head in a bag.
Well,
Mental.
it's at home. It's on the Sea Ghost right now, so hopefully she's all right.
I see. I have had some severed heads before.
I bet you have.
In the older days, of course.
Yes, they make for a wonderful collection.
Yeah, we all have a
So if you
past.
give him 30 credits of Scarrick's eating from his bag, and as you're talking, food is brought up, and it's these large silver platters with roast boar, vegetables, and a rich, dark, sweet gravy lining all of it.
Where did you
How
get
do you manage to
bored
get all
from?
this food?
I have my ways, like I said. I want this to be the best establishment in wild space. You can't be
You
the
keep
best
it
without
so
the best
fresh.
food.
Well, you definitely
We
got
have
the best
farmers.
consumables of any place we've been.
The stall here, Freya's Fresh Food, she helps me. They have a farmstead on a rock nearby.
Yeah, but where is she? Where?
Ah, that's where we were. That's what we were talking about. And by this point, an hour and a half or so has gone. You've had a good few drinks.
And there was this
some food.
halfling, and he had like invisible hands, and Pakov really didn't like him.
So,
Little bastard he was.
the pit stop is a lot more quiet than normal. Have you heard of Froddy?
Fraudy.
Frederick Dartwild, the performer?
Yes, we have.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He's
On
on
that
that,
path recently.
that Duke's box.
Yes.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did
He's
pass
like
recently.
not as good as Ozzy Hellball.
Probably the best music I've ever heard.
Nope.
He died almost a month ago.
Shame.
He was from this very rock. He grew up here. Everyone here attended his funeral, and I'm afraid now he has risen from his grave
What?
and returned
Sorry?
to the rock where he spent his childhood.
You just...
Wait. He's come back to life.
Well, not quite.
We have been
You
here
see-
for an hour and a half, and you are now telling us that famed singer Froddy has come back from the dead.
I think
You
you
really
need to
buried the lead on that one.
prioritize your storytelling.
Well, I just wanted to tell you on a full stomach after a good drink.
What's that got to do with all the people disappearing there? That the friend rose from the dead.
Well, he's still here, and unfortunately, his appearance is off-putting to a lot of people, especially people coming to trade. So,
Here in the bar, and I start like looking around a bit.
oh no. He's in a small tent outside the back. Me and Misty have made sure he's okay, and well, he doesn't actually need feeding.
Is
so-
he evil?
Do you want us to take care of him?
Well, this is the thing.
Here
It's
we
perhaps
go.
easier coming from him.
Oh. Alrighty.
Maybe you could pay him a visit, and perhaps he could stop stinking up the place, and possibly
Stinking up the
causing
place?
mild radiation.
Mild
Radiation.
I'm sure we could take care of your problem for you for a small fee.
What's radiation?
Whoa!
Oh, he is already dead. He doesn't need killing.
Oh, we have ways.
What? So what do you need? Does he need a bath? Water?
Hard
Well,
to say.
I think we need to go
Nothing
speak with him.
myself and Misty have been able to do. Have been able to appease him. And to be honest, Misty doesn't like spending too much time around him, and I'd never force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. And one of his eyes sort of darts to the goblins. Except these.
So it'd be favourable for you if we dealt with it for you.
I think it would be favourable for you. And he sort of looks to your loot, Ozzy. Is it a loot you've got?
Well, I have a couple of things. I have a guitar.
Yeah, he looks to your guitar.
Interesting. Well, let's just go see this rotting man.
I am intrigued. Eckhard, have you got your salt?
I'm not convinced.
Probably.
Every bard these days, they're like looking to like one up each other, give themselves a crazy backstory. For years, I was telling people I sold my soul to the devil to like trade it for like musical talent. This just sounds like bullshit to me. Oh, he died and he's come back from the dead. Yeah, anything to sell records, man.
Are you saying this
What's
as
the
you walk
record?
out? Are you saying this
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
Minster? Yeah. So as you walk out, walking down the narrow corridor between the stalls, you come along to the rear, and heading down the sort of narrow corridor, you see at the end where it leads into Misty's bunks behind two sort of swinging doors, and then there's another almost airlock style door which opens out. Coming along, you see the airlock. Heading outside, there is a small tent pitched wigwam style on a rock jutting from the back. The flap of the tent is wide open, and a rotten stench and dim green glow emanates from it.
Froddy?
Mr. Froddy,
Frog?
anybody in there?
Who goes in?
I cannot go in.
It's not me.
I'm going. I'm not going first.
Packard can't smell anything.
Ozzy
so
is
it's not phased.
decidedly nonchalant about this.
Tuck it, Ozzy. When he comes out, you do that freshen uppy thing and it'll be fine.
So Picard, as
Hello?
you peel back the flap of the tent, I believe with Scarrett behind you, the tent is full of buzzing flies which sort of just hover in circles, clouds spinning around. There is a green glow emanating from the corner. The source of this glow is seated behind a rickety kitchen table, and it's the thing attracting the flies. You see a putrid human corpse with yellow eyes, half its body burnt away and the rest giving off a dull green glow. In a raspy voice, the creature says, "Welcome. My name is Froderick Darkwild, but my friends call me Froddy."
Well, Froderick, it seems
Come
you
in.
suffered a
Please.
malady of sorts.
That I have.
Yeah, being shit musician by the looks of it.
Nope, that's not what we're here for.
Ozzy, respect
Oh,
the
you
dead.
see.
You forgive my
Hey,
friend, Mr. Ozzy. He
rude.
suffers
No way.
from the green-eyed monster.
Oh,
Yeah,
fellow musician, I see.
indeed he is.
I would
Would
say
you-
I'm a musician. I mean, looking at
Get
you, I wouldn't say you're a fellow musician. You look like a mess. What's up with you?
This,
Doesn't
unfortunately, is the result of tackling a solar dragon.
A what?
Solar dragon.
Not my finest moment, but it wasn't for my good friend, I'd still be there. He dragged me out. But unfortunately, I didn't make it. One adventure too far, as they say.
Like peeking from the back. Why are you not dead?
Well,
Excellent question.
I was. I was
Why are you
dead.
not still dead?
That's the thing. Something was taken from me, and it brought me back. Something that you would understand, friend. He looks at you, Ozzy.
Wait, what?
My dear golden axe. My mandolin was taken from my grave.
What?
His mandarin, his
You
orange.
fucking what? Don't ever
No,
steal a
man.
man's
Is it-
instrument.
There's a
Mandolin.
fresh fruit shop that might have some more.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not listening to me.
Shut up! Shut up! But Ozzy's demeanor completely changes. Like it like pushes forward. Shut up! Shut up! Someone stole your mandolin.
They did. It was a gift. It was given to me when I was at the height of my career by a dear friend. It's a Canef mandolin.
Have I heard?
Very
of that?
rare, very special. Make a Arcana check.
Ooh, not good. It's a 9, not a 6. 10.
You haven't heard of the exact thing, but the way he's talking about it suggests it's something more than just a normal mandolin. Either it's very exquisitely made, or perhaps there's something a little bit extra to it, similar to what you were requesting from Senderos.
Whoa. Excuse my initial reaction to. I'm sorry to hear that you had such a prized position taken away from you.
It's okay, friend.
Should happen to no musician. That's not good.
I don't look like I used to. I didn't used to glow like this.
I hold up my hand and cast prestidigitation.
Well, like clean a corpse?
You tell me.
I'd assume not.
Will it just make it look like the best corpse?
The best damn corpse in the land.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the smell.
I can clean an object.
You can't heal decay, though.
Nope, I can't.
So I'd say
maybe it's
the area around him becomes cleaner, like the dust and flakes of skin that have sort of dribbled off, sort of just dissipate.
Maybe it's that question thing.
Glow.
Ask him 3 questions and see if he dies again.
No, I am not speak with dead.
What?
I know of it though.
What brought you back? Like how did you come back?
Well, I was laying next to my dear mother and my dear sister, deep under the ground, when I heard scratching on my dear lid, and then I heard a crack. They peeled the lid off my coffin, and they wrenched Golden Axe from my hand. Them goddamn Hadozi. Grave robbers.
Fucking grave robbers.
I heard their names. Mackerel and trout they were.
Like the fish?
Like the fish, yes. They were talking to each other before they broke in. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't move my hands. I couldn't hold on to my dear Golden Axe.
You see like a slight tear coming out in Ozzy's eye.
As they went, my mind was active. The pain, the fear. A musician without an instrument is no musician at all.
Oh man.
And in my hand, it moved. And I wrenched myself out of that grave, and I came back to the only place I knew, my home. Now the people, understandably, they weren't too pleased.
It's a bit unfair on all the traders. They've all gone. Couldn't you wait somewhere else? Go somewhere else.
It's just the only place I know, friend.
Well, hang on a minute. We've been in wild space about 10 fucking minutes. We've seen space clowns, robots, giant hippos, a fucking beholder, gloopy globular things that are posing as people, and we can't have like a fucking corpse. Like, what's so bad about you?
I wrote a song about space clowns once.
Damn, you beat me to it.
Don't worry, friend. There'll be time. You get that there Golden Axe back to me, and I'll return to my grave. But I can't, and you understand why before I get it back. It'll be like you, sir. Not being a captain, or you, sir. Losing your other arm.
Oh, I thought it was the first one. Oh, I see.
I pull out my flute and I hand it to him and say, I hope this can help in the meantime.
He sort of lifts it, and I mean, you've noticed, but this didn't really. The musician's flare didn't quite strike. Unfortunately, due to the extent of the damage, he only has half a head. As he tries to blow, just nothing comes out. He's like, "It's no use, friend. Perhaps you could play me something. Just something to bring the music back, just for a moment."
Sure.
I say to Ozzy, like, you might want to wipe that before you put it back in your mouth.
I just put it straight back in my pocket. I pull around the guitar and I like sit cross-legged next to him, and just start like a gentle, mellow finger pick.
Yeah.
Whilst asking, where did they take your axe?
I don't know, but I'm sure someone here will recognize him. People
Why
like
haven't you,
that stay close.
why haven't you told anyone else? I thought you'd have maybe told all
You're the
people that run
first.
away in horror.
People brave enough to come and talk to me. I know Erminster, he did well. He let me stay and set this up, but I can't put that on him. He likes to think he's an adventurer, but he's just a good barkeep.
He's a beholder.
Yes, he is, but he's good.
Yeah, well,
He was here when I was raised. He was always a friend to me.
Yeah,
I wrote a
seems
song.
Nice. Oh,
It was Beholders of Many Colors. Talking about that, because there's a lot of prejudice in the world.
beholders of many
Should have called
colours.
it Eye of the Beholder.
It's good. It's good that you use your music
I like that.
for good.
If I was alive, I might have written that one.
Yes, it's very noble to use your art form for good, rather than
Well,
dotting around and using it to seduce people.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you can argue it both ways.
oh, I did seduce many people in my time.
I bet you did. High five.
High five, and he sort of raises his hand. You get some of like residue of bone and
I
flesh.
lean back towards you and say, "You're going to want to wipe that hand."
Well, do you think you could maybe help a brother out?
I'm sure we could find your guitar.
Most
Mr.
definitely.
Frederick, it'd be an honour.
It's a mandolin.
It's a mandolin. Otherwise
You know,
known
one
as-
of those stringy things.
Mr. Frederick,
Still bagpipe.
we'll find your Mandalorian and
No.
and bring it back. Toot sweet.
What? You always with
Oh.
the French.
Be here when you
French.
are.
Excellent.
Uh,
Right. Well, our only leads are fish names, so it's a lot to go on.
did you know that you're on a jukebox at the God's Hand?
Oh, that's good to hear. My memory will live on.
Yeah. I'm on that too.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I think
nice.
everyone's on it, so you know, don't make a thing of it.
Don't belittle me.
I see. They like to have a wide selection on those things.
Yeah.
Very, very wide.
Top and bottom of the pops.
Oh yeah, rock bottom.
No, mostly top end.
But us two were the tops,
Yeah.
friends.
That's what I thought. As I've been playing as well, like you see, like swirls of pattern and smoke, like coming out of all aspects of the guitar, and the strings are like changing colors. Does he react to any of that, or does he just?
He enjoys
takes
watching
in
it,
in
like-
stride.
I'd say like breaths of conversation. He just watches it, and you see his eyes almost like flash back to previous history. He was a bard.
Yeah. The only reason I ask is because obviously what I have and play is not typical of. It's not a typical instrument, is it? It's a bit. It's.
Oh yeah, he doesn't
imbued.
get shocked.
Okay. Well, it'd be my pleasure to help a fellow musician.
Thank you. It's getting on. Maybe you guys should bunk up with Misty.
I thought you were going to say with you, and I was, maybe not.
I understand what I look like now, friend. I may not have a nose, but I can tell by people. I think I smell pretty bad.
It's not great, I'll be honest. It's like you've been orgying with groupies for like 3 days straight. The shower's broken on the tour bus. And you done 4 gigs in a row, all sweaty, not changed your clothes. Got that kind of a vibe to it.
I wrote a song about that too once. It was called Stench.
Oh,
He's really good at coming up with these names.
he's so good.
Come,
If only.
he's all right.
Only we knew somebody.
He's all right. I mean, my name's good too.
They're just so catchy and you know, evocative.
You're evocative.
Thanks.
It's not a compliment.
Oh, sounded like one.
I do think he's right though. Pilot in the ship has made me quite tired. Maybe it's worth looking into the Mister's bunks for a night.
Yeah, I'll go into Mr.
And we can go.
Go to Mr. Spunks.
Misty Spunks. All right,
And then we can go.
gentlemen, let's all head to Misty Spunks.
Okay. So just before you head to Misty Spunks, we'll have a quick wee break and sup up. Right. Back in a minute. So, heading back through the small airlock back into the vessel, you see the corridor that leads to the market, and then just ahead of you, 2 swinging doors. Behind is a small desk, an entryway, and then behind that you see a series of corridors. Stood at the desk is a female tabaxi, whose skin markings resemble that of a leopard. Her clothes are skin tight and she has a wry smile.
Oh, baby.
She has a thick head of long brown hair which wraps around her in loose curls.
Say less.
As she looks up from the desk, filling in like a large ledger, and sees you, she smiles towards you, small fangs protruding from her lips. Oh, hello there.
I push Badge past everyone to get to the front and hold out my hand.
Oh,
Ozzy Hellborn, it's a pleasure to meet you.
pleasure to meet you. My name's Misty.
I guess that.
Wasn't expecting visitors. We haven't had any for a few days. Are you looking to bunk?
I am looking
Yes,
to bunk.
we're.
Splendid.
I like shoot daggers at Styles.
I always say, warm bed is better than a ship's hammock.
Oh, everyone seems to be saying that right now. Yeah. Absolutely warm bed. Do they come like pre-warmed?
Make a make a performance. Well, performance is flirting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's disgusting, is what it is.
Make a flirt check.
Yeah. Where's the flirting stat?
Oh mate, I'm good at performance. 20. 5, 6, 7. 27.
27. You see her eyes sort of shyly dart down.
26.
26, okay. Big difference. Her eyes shyly dart down for a second, then her hand sort of moving closer towards you across the desk and going onto yours. Not at the moment, but who knows? Listen, beds are 3 credits for the night, or there's the deck upstairs, which is just 1, but that's communal, and I'm sure you'd all prefer your own room.
I'd just like to sleep as far away from him as possible, and I point that out at him.
I'm fine with the dick.
Deck for you, and the rest of you.
I'd love a room, please.
I'll fare much better on the deck, thank you, madam.
I'll pay the 3 credits for my room.
Very well.
Oh, it's just me and Styles are getting the room.
So if the
Not
room people take
together.
3 credits and the others take 1. And will you be staying for breakfast? I hope so. She sort of looks at you.
Absolutely.
None for me, please.
No. Okay. Well, you can
I'll probably
either
have breakfast.
add on a portion of the usual sludge or just pick up something at my left boot. Did you see that on the way in?
Oh, yeah, we've just come from there.
Oh, you've seen Erminster. He'll be so pleased to have guests.
Yeah, he seemed real nice. We talked to
Frody.
Frody. Fucking.
Oh,
We talked to Frody.
and you've stayed.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a fellow musician. Obviously, he's not as clean as me.
He's also the reason my customer's in the floor.
I'm very clean.
I just wish someone would fix his problem so we can get back to normal business and
No,
Well,
hopefully to meet people like you.
Luckily, madam, we are here to fix his problem.
Oh,
For a small fee.
adventurous.
No. This is beyond the house. I was gonna take the lead on this and solve the problem out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Easy.
Well,
He's getting a bit ahead of himself. We do everything together, you see, madam. We are the Mr. Men. You know, we're just 4 men.
Not everything.
Everything together.
everything.
Everything.
Not everything. Not everything.
Everything.
Um,
Without exception.
but we are a group of adventurers. I'm the leader, and we just kind of like. How do you fuck on?
Loves.
You know?
Come back to me, my dear loves.
Yeah, we're a group of adventurers. I'm the leader, and we help people in distress. You know, we're good helping people.
I'm sure you've saved many damsels.
Oh, loads.
It was a lizard.
There was a lizard. Yeah, there was.
I don't normally like women on my ships.
Well, don't worry, Captain. This one's not going anywhere.
Let's keep it that way.
Here, let me show you 2 rooms. Dusty.
I got no game.
I could sleep on the bed in my ship out there. It's called the Serenity, but I think I think I'll try one of your beds tonight.
Very well. Another captain.
I got a dragon back home.
He thinks that's a ship.
Boys,
sorry for
boys. Come. And Ozzy, she sort of takes you by the hand and leads you down the corridor. As she calls her Dusty, a general, normal size astronome comes and leads the way for you, Styles. You see on his back is a large cylinder. You're not sure on how it works, but it's connected to a tube which is connected to his hand, which seems to suck things up.
Ozzy, don't be getting any ideas. I'm not extracting you from one of those things.
For you who are on the deck, she sort of leads you down the corridor slightly, and then there's a ladder to lead up. It's just up there, gentlemen. Make yourself at home. There's blankets in the chest, and I enjoy sleeping under the canopy.
Where's that?
All right, we'll figure it out.
So as you head up onto the deck, you see there's a large tree which you probably haven't seen yet because you come from the other angle. Again, this is a living ship providing oxygen for the vessel, and nestled into its roots, you can see very comfortable sleeping sort of pods, just natural concaves where people have rested and blankets have been laid there. And there is a chest to the side filled with extra blankets. And when you're ready to rest, you can lay there and just look up to the stars that slowly move overhead.
Where did you say our rooms were?
So the 2 that are on the deck, they've gone up to the top deck of this vessel.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you, she's leading you down. You're sort of underneath in what would be the normal sort of rooms of the ship. She leads you down. Dusty leads you, Styles, into a small room to the left, and she leads you a bit further down, Ozzy. The rooms are simple but functional. Each one has a comfortable bed, a small lockbox at the end of it, and a bowl with some fresh water that can be added to it for washing. They're not too big, and the door sort of slides across at the front, but they're functional and they're comfortable. As she gets to your room, Ozzy, she opens the door, letting you in, and then she says, "The night's still early. Perhaps we could talk over a drink?"
Oh, I'd love to, yeah.
Splendid. The one good thing about custom being so low is I have more free time.
Right. Yeah, I'd love to have a bit of a chat, learn all I can about you and this interesting establishment.
Well, I'll let you get settled and then just come find me at the front desk. We'll head to my left boot.
Sure, sounds great.
So she leaves you there. And the rest of you, I'd say at this point, because I think you set off early morning from the other venue, or did you slept somewhere? It was on a ship or either at the other one.
We haven't slept for a while. Oh, no, we have.
Yeah, I think you slept once in space, yeah. So I'd say at this point, it's coming like just after tea time, sort of early evening. Sleep will be in a couple of hours. So it's up to you what you wish to do.
I'm gonna. Can anyone remember what I called my rat? I've looked at my notes and I haven't.
Oh, it was something.
Was it Ian?
No, you've never said Ian before.
Was it Jeff?
Jeff?
I think it was Jeff.
It
Right,
might have been
Jeff.
Jeff, because I remember thinking, my name's Jeff.
I think it's Jeff.
No, it's. Is it Jeff?
Pronounced Chief.
But it's
I
Jeff
guess
now then. Yeah.
This Aussie's dog was Dave.
Yeah.
Dave and Jeff.
Dave, Jeff, and Ellie.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do tricks with Jeff.
Okay.
It's like
So you sit in
like
the
Mr.
room,
Jingles
getting
off Green
comfortable,
Mile.
playing with your rat. Boys on the deck.
Cheeky.
Is this just like a full-blown normal tree?
Don't
It
cut
is
it down.
it's a living tree, so it's
Are all trees living?
yes. I'm not sure if it's a tree ant actually.
Dear.
Well, I was going to say, so like, if I take a limb off, it's going to be piss.
Well,
It's like- it's not like it's not just a tree, is it?
Find out if it's an ant.
Say, Mr. Scarrick, don't vandalise the place. It's not your tree.
Why would you?
I just you don't have any wood or anything on you, dear Pikecat.
What
Oh
do you
yeah, it's a tree ant.
I wanted to
What
do a
do
bit
you
of
need
wetland.
for? Some
Do you want
whittling?
to do a bit of wetland?
Let me check my pack.
You hear this deep sort of. Would you
Sorry.
say?
Oh, God.
And
Why?
at that, the branches above begin to sway, and in the bracken and bark, a face sort of appears. I have some spare.
What
One
do
of
you
the
mean?
branches sort of shakes, and a couple of twigs snap off, about an inch wide, landing in front of you.
Oh,
No,
I thank you so
problem.
much. This means a lot. And well, what can I do?
Set him
I
on
think I
fire.
can really do anything for you. Go ahead.
I
I've
said
even
to
used
Scarrick,
it
are you
for
really
thing.
going to whittle with that? It's like whittling with
It's
my
I mean,
dandruff.
that's amazing. Like what this place, a thing to remember this place by.
I suppose.
When you start
And I
hearing
just, like,
groans as you sort of carve the wood, like
I curl up into the nooks of his roots and just start carving into it. Yeah.
you have a very naturally intimate moment of almost being at one with nature. You're carving the living tree which you are sitting in, and you can feel almost like a comfort from its roots. And as you zone in on this activity, you feel the water and nourishment going through the capillaries of the tree. Give me a dexterity check. and tell me what you're trying to
fuck off. What?
How easy is it?
Fuck off. Just let me do one thing. Just let me do things.
I love
Zero.
it when it's just roll
Zero.
a fuck off.
Natural
So
one.
this happens. Not being your tried and tested element of choice, you at first begin to sort of try and bend and shape it like you would a metal.
You're not fucking retard.
Yeah, I know, but
Stop bashing it with a hammer. Oh!
you're not bashing it.
What's happened?
The cuts you're taking are too big. You're not being light enough. You're heavy-handed. You slip a few times, and the intricate pieces you're trying to carve get cut off and fly across the deck. You have a moment where the tree ant begins to laugh and, shaking his branch again, shakes down a few more pieces for you to try at. And I'd say after a few hours, you end up going to bed later, focusing on this project. You do manage to make what you wanted to make. However, there is now a series of half-completed projects which have snapped halfway through, or just the nose of the creature has just been sliced and flown across. But he's happy and you're happy, if not a little bit frustrated. Hi, Count.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Scarrick?
Podcast's just going to be, I think, rubbing his gun, rubbing his musket, polishing it,
musket.
admiring it.
Rubbing his musket.
It's the new Tide Times.
Constantly.
Yeah, as I
wiping it
look
down.
up and see him not reading his book, I'm like, and look down, and I've made him a bookmark in the shape of a sextant. And I'm just like, well, I suppose still read. Hey, Picard, hey, still reading that book?
Yeah, and then Picard casts his mind to. He can't remember the last time he saw it. Yeah, I'm still reading. Reading those Tide Times. I mean, I fear they're not going to serve me very well out here. But
Aye.
old Bess here, as I call her, she could serve as well.
Aye. Well, is it a rifle? Is it, or is it
It's
a
a musket. It's fairly long, but
Like a blunderbuss.
big open end. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you good luck with that. And just kind of look down and just kind of
Thank you.
rub slightly at it like I'm carrying on with it. But
He blows on it slightly. Like,
Demonetized again. So, as you gentlemen play with your wood, musket, and rat, Ozzy, you head to
what
the bar.
innuendo you do?
I would change into my fancy clothes,
Yeah.
and I would wrap around my neck my new fancy space scarf. Is what I have.
Oh,
written
yeah,
down.
your fancy space scarf. Yeah. Nice.
Um,
Getting accustomed to the local
and
culture.
I would just pass the guys on my way out and say, like, I'm just gonna go have a drink with Misty at the bar.
You're back.
I would just walk past the guys on my way out and just say, I'm just gonna go head to the bar, have a drink with Misty. Don't wait up. Start walking out.
Oh, they're busy. They're busy.
Don't even notice them.
Misty, linking arms with you, walks down the corridor and through the market to the bar. She says, I know a nice table. And she leads you sort of up into where the two sort of eyes of the hammerhead would be. There's a small table in a almost dimly lit corner. Just a table for two. with a large window that just looks out on the expanse of the astral sea. The rich purples, reds, yellows just glowing on an evening. Minster comes and speaking to you while Misty goes to freshen herself up. I see. If you have 400 credits, I have a fine wine from Dragonlance.
Oh, Dragonlance. What's that?
Oh, it's another wild space. This one is called Dragon's Tears. It's a rich white.
Yeah, okay. 400, you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
But for the bottle.
Sure. 2 glasses.
Any food?
That'd be great. I've never ordered food here before, so what would you recommend?
What would you like?
Something fancy. Something like, something reserved for like a special night out.
I see. Perhaps we do sell a roasted chicken stuffed with game birds served with greens and potatoes. A bird inside a bird, if you will.
Wow, that is mental. But sounds fucking awesome. Like, can we just
We'll get to work.
Yeah, keep it between us though. Don't tell the guys. I think they're gonna be very jealous.
It's on me. And all his eyes sort of wink in a Mexican wave of like...
My mind goes back to Scarrig just eating pocket jerky.
He never did eat the fine food, did he? He loves his pocket jerky. She comes back from the toilet. Oh. I see you've got a drink already.
Yeah, this is from Dragonlance, apparently.
I've never tried this one. Looks nice.
Pour a glass out. Do you,
She begins to sip.
You must, never get bored of this view.
It's hard to, isn't it? Just looking on, knowing it goes on for miles.
Do you, where do you come from originally? Was you born here?
I travelled here when I was young. But less about me. How have you got here?
Well, the friend I was with, Styles, he brought us here. He's got a friend here that I can definitely remember. What's his name? So I'd have to frantically... Graveler.
Traveller. Yeah, he's a Pokemon.
I did wonder. Yeah, he's got a friend here. I think he's like a wizard, traveler, the traveler.
Your friend is friends with the Traveller?
Yeah, do you know him?
I've heard of him. I've never met him.
Yeah.
I've had a few people in my bunks who have been with him. I believe he's a good man.
What, sexually or just no, like?
No, lodging.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Cool. I don't often drink with clientele. And you feel her foot under the table sort of bash against yours. Gently.
Oh, well, I suppose it's not often you come across people from Earth.
Not often I come across people like you, Ozzy. There are wild space I've heard of where you're kinda many. And of course there's the 9 hells, but Earth is more sparse for your kind and very few travel up here.
Yeah, well that's a funny thing you bring up because where I come from, my kind is not really taken too kindly. I grew up using music as my way of breaking down barriers and putting people at ease with my appearance, and my lineage. But yeah, most tieflings where I'm from, they're not great. Let's put it that way.
I mean, my kind are known as tricksters and thieves, but we're not all like that. Mateo sort of flicks behind her.
Do we have tabaxis in Earth?
I think there is some, but again, they're quite rare.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think
You'll have seen, I mean, at this point you've seen a hippo person, so a cat person isn't too far. Stretch of the imagination.
Oh, no. I just didn't know if they were...
They're not common.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever met a tabaxi. Certainly not as beautiful as you.
You're making me blush.
I can't tell. Because you're furry.
I know. Well, drink and tell me more. And as the night goes on, you finish the bottle of wine, enjoy the food which is brought to you after some time. Do you purchase another?
Yeah, I would keep going as long as like the conversation's flowing and...
Yeah, you talk. Again, she gets a lot of information from you. You ask her about the business and how it's run, and how she came to take it over. And she tells you that she runs it, and, just does a good job. And she's found her place sort of in the astral sea and wild space by being here. Then after a few hours, as the night begins to get late and Minster is sort of dimming some of the lamps and the goblins are cleaning the tables repeatedly, perhaps we should head back.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that bed could be warm.
Giggity.
And to save the ears of the listeners and the other players,
let's keep going.
She takes you back to the bedroom and you enjoy an evening. Luckily, Styles' room is a good couple of doors away, so all he can hear is what can only be described as the sound of
purring.
the purring and the tapping of the rope on the flag mast.
Best
as I
I've ever rolled.
As I hear the door shut, I cast message to Ozzy as he's like trying to undress, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Is it working? Hello? Ozzy?
Fuck! Get out of my head! Get out of my fucking head!
Good. I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna go sleep off you. Hope you had a good night.
I don't care. I don't care. Go to sleep.
It's pretty cool, this. I like it. Hey-oh.
Ah! Block the number.
As you finally fall asleep, Misty in your arms, the rest of you are now asleep or polishing your gun.
Oh yeah,
it's the middle of the night, and one of your eyes opens. You sense something.
Who?
You feel the bed next to you. Ozzy, this is you. You feel the bed next to you and Misty isn't there. As you peer in the darkness, the lamp now off, you see her crouched at the end of the bed near your possessions.
Oh, goddamn bitch. Stick a shit in your bag.
Misty?
You hear a fumble and then, sorry, just coming back to bed. I just had to refresh myself.
Well, what are you doing?
She crawls in next to you. I was just going to the little lady's room.
Inside check.
In your bag.
She was pissing my bag. The litter tray's over there. 10.
You can tell by the way she stood up rapidly, you've seen that she hasn't come from outside the room.
Misty, that's my bag over there. What were you doing with my bag?
I'm sorry. I was just... The business has been hard. I should leave. And she sort of gets up.
Hey. I like hold her arm as she tries to leave. Like, hang on a minute. Look.
Please?
If you're struggling and like, I have money, I can help. You don't have to steal my things. Have you stolen anything?
No, I didn't take anything.
I start patting her down.
No, I'm not really wearing much.
Is there anything here?
No, on it, Ozzy, I didn't take anything. I'm sorry. But thank you for your offer.
Like, I will happily help you if in any way I can.
If you can just get Froddy to go, then trade would come back, and I'd be able to survive again.
No, not a problem.
Do you want me to stay, or? I promise I won't do anything again.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've had a groupie steal shit from me. Get back into bed.
She crawls back in, and morning comes with no more disturbances. Again, morning is a difficult thing in wild space as the sun doesn't orbit where you are. You just see it move across the sky and the stars shift. But your body clocks tell you, and you're awake.
You get a long rest?
You get a long rest.
In the morning,
I would like to go.
Is she still in the bed, or is she gone?
Yeah, you wake early hours, and she sort of gets up, kisses you on the forehead, gets dressed, and then leaves, telling you that she's going to start the jobs for the day. And soon, I'd say about 30 minutes later, she comes with a large jug of water, filling up the bowl next to your bed. The water's warm, and again, Styles, she's come into your room and filled up your bowl.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I would check.
Oh, you're right. These beds are very comforting.
We try to make them that way. Much better than a hammock.
I'd check my possessions, make sure everything's there.
Yeah, you go through everything, and everything is still there.
Okay.
She rolled 2 5s, goddammit.
I'd head out to find the guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
regrouping.
go to the bar to get some food.
Regrouping together and heading to the bar. A minster is there with fresh eggs, a large loaf of bread. He serves you like almost a breakfast ale. It costs you around 3 credits each. And he's around, hovering. Did you sleep well? I hope.
Sorry to interrupt.
Wonderful, thank you.
I would just to add to what we did, I would leave. How much were the rooms? 3 credits.
3 credits for a room. Yeah.
I would leave 5 credits on the dresser as I left.
Such a gentleman.
Like a.
Treating like a whore.
No, it's like tipping the cleaning lady, isn't it?
Cleaning your dick.
You got cleaned all right, boy.
Yeah. She would clean you out if she could.
I ask Minster if he's heard of what's the name?
Yeah.
Mackerel and trout.
Oh, yes.
I believe these could have something to do with the. Yeah, these could have something to do with the Froddy problem. They may be able to help us.
Well, let me think. They often bring me toads, which would suggest that they head to the nearby watering hole. It's the only place I know near to get them. I can show you on the map if you wish.
We get toads everywhere
if you could,
on
please.
Earth. They're really common.
I know. I've sent people to your Earth. And he gets the map out over breakfast and points the location. And you eat and drink and spend the morning again in the empty bar, the goblins waiting on your hand and foot. Minster casually conversating and also going about his duties at the bar.
Everybody sleep all right?
Not a problem.
Surprisingly nice sleep with the underneath the tree and thing. Made a bit of a pond with it.
Oh, it's an ant?
Aye.
Oh, wow. I missed that. That's cool.
Yes, you were busy. Speaking of sleeping well, Mr. Ozzy, did you get any? Sleep, that is.
Oh. Yeah, eventually. Me and Misty went back to the bar and had some drinks and some lovely food. Had a really nice night, actually. Well, I don't shag and tell.
But you just did.
But somehow
I
you
did
have.
shag.
Oh, yeah, maybe I did. Yeah. Bless her. Like I woke up in the middle of the night. She was like huddled over my...
She was squatting over your bag.
Yeah. She was huddled over my bag and...
Oh?
My rucksack, not this bag. And yeah, times are hard, I think, over here. She was looking for stuff to help, you know.
Oh, you saying she was attempting to steal from you?
I think so. I think so.
We should report that to the local authorities then.
No, man, it was I felt bad for her. It was embarrassing, you know. I think she's pretty desperate. Like,
well, you know, crime can come from desperation, but nevertheless, we should report that to the authorities.
Let's just go find these two. Minster said they could be near the watering hole.
Yes.
Getting turds. What he'd want with turds, I don't know.
turds.
Turds.
You mean toads?
Fishing for turds.
That's what I said.
Toads.
Turds.
Toads.
It's a weird accent you've got.
Space accent.
Fucking hell. Alright. So, finishing breakfast, you go back to the damselfly. With the new location on the map, it's not too far away. It'll only take an hour or so to get there. Strapping up, strapping down, you head out. Is there anything you wish to prepare on the way to meet these grave-robbing scoundrels?
What's the plan? Just go in, kill them, grab this.
We'll go in and we'll talk to them and we'll see if we can resolve this peacefully. And if not, we'll drown them in the watering hole.
You know, Styles, that Hadozi are sort of almost like chimp-like people.
God.
They are from a race that is sort of scattered across wild space. They don't really have a certain alignment. It all just depends on who they are, really, rather than their race.
Intelligent.
Yes.
Are they known for their fighting ability?
Let me check that for you.
If they're chimp-like, I'm cautious.
Shit up.
They are.
And the music shifted.
You're in travel.
You're in trouble.
I got a mirror reflected on the floor, would it distract Missy?
Would it what?
Misty.
If I got a mirror, yeah. Thinking the light on the floor, would it?
Hadozi are often hired as mercenary crews because they have a natural climbing ability. And they have like little flaps under their arms so they can glide.
Oh.
But they're normally shipmates or explorers.
I feed that back to the guy that they're a little bit. They can climb well, they can fly short distances, but they're so they're not known for the warrior abilities, but they can fight, I suppose, if you back them into a corner.
Well, it's nothing old Best can't handle, and then sort of Pikehead slings his musket on his shoulder.
We could shoot first, ask questions later.
Well,
it's like you said,
how about we
might be able
shoot?
to just
No. Question,
talk to
shoot,
them.
question.
Why don't we just survey the situation? They might be friendly. They might just be misunderstanding.
They'll go for dead body and
They
rob it.
are,
I don't
they are
mind,
brave robbers.
yeah, like at least give it a few hundred years before you start robbing them. The critters.
I mean, whilst
just then it's archaeology.
normally I'd just be like, you know, if you're dead, you don't really need your stuff, do you? So like, it's up for grabs. But another man's instrument, that doesn't sit right with me.
I can see it's troubling you. I see it's you've taken this personally.
I very much have.
So, as you make preparations and just redistribute your stuff around the ship, I guess, you come up, you drop out of Spelljammer speed, and you see there's a Wasp-class vessel, which is around the same size as Damselfly, but it's often used by, it's like sort of the cheapest vessel you can get. It's quite simple, quite agile. And it's anchored up to a large derelict living ship. Over time, the tree end on this living ship has grown to engulf the full back end. You see from the angle you're coming in at that most of the deck is a dark blue pool, with patches of green grasses and weeds. 2 wooden walkways extend out into the water, and perched on the end, you see 2 small shapes that seem to be fishing.
Can we dock and...
Yeah, you can get next to it.
Bring us in closer, boys.
The dock is just sort of next to. You just have to come next to the ship. It doesn't have an actual anchorage or anything.
I say we try and get close and just be friendly
Hello there.
first.
You, as the ship comes in, their eyes go from fishing and immediately come up to you. Now, these creatures, get a picture. I wonder if I can show you it. They are chimp-like humanoids. Crouched on all fours, they stand about 2 feet high, about 3 to 4 when they're on their hind legs. They wear simple leather attire and armor, and often brightly colourful baggy trousers. The large skin flaps hang from their wrists down to their sort of hips, and are clearly visible. These 2 with one with pairs of goggles on his head, their eyes completely black, stare at you as you come in, just crouched, looking. You say, call out.
Hello there.
One of them nods, and they sort of scamper back from the edge, more towards the ship.
Anything for trade?
Trade? We have trade.
What do you have for trade?
You see one of them like knock the other, and the other sort of goes back to the ship, pulling out a large bucket. They sort of tilt the bucket towards you to show you. At this point, there's a good 30-40 meters between you, with you on the vessel and them on the living ship. Crayfish. Toads.
Crayfish? We're looking for something a bit more, rare. Magical, maybe. We got money.
Like a weapon for me. He's a bard, so, anything.
No magic. Just
anything
food.
not shit.
No shit. Food.
Am I still flying the ship?
Unless you want to anchor,
right.
get out.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I was crayfish. I ain't had them in a while. How much?
1 credit.
Good price.
Take us a bit closer, Styles. Let's get a bit closer.
At this point,
maybe
the damselfly is sort of anchored up to the edge, so the legs are folded in underneath and sort of grasped onto the living ship, and your deck is alongside this living ship. There's a small pool of water, then the not deck. What's the fucking word? I've forgotten it. Walkway that extends into water and where they're crouched on.
Are we within 1,000 feet then? We're out next to it.
Oh yeah, you're only like 30 feet away from them.
I'm going to cast Locate Object.
Okay.
For a mandolin.
Okay.
I was really tempted to say Mandarin there.
A Mandalorian?
Paul would have jumped on that. There are no oranges.
No, you don't get a ping.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
It's not on the ship.
It's not.
Oh.
I whisper to the Mr. Men, I'm like,
Wait, these are the two that we think it is, aren't they?
oh yeah, what are your names, fellows?
Mackerel, trout. You?
I turn back to the 1 second. I think these are the guys.
I'm Ozzy. We're the
It's
Mr.
not
Men.
there.
Yes, we're the Mr. Men.
Can we come aboard?
Mr. Men. Free Island.
Excellent.
So
What's
what
this
you're
for?
docking onto is this abandoned living tree vessel with a large pool in. Their vessel is sort of docked away from you, so you're not docking onto the Wasp vessel. But you can step down, and the pool at the edge, you sort of see the decking underneath, and there's a walkway to get round.
Say if you are going to walk over towards them.
Yeah. They're sort of semi-tension. They've made sure that you're always there in between the ship and you, if you get what I mean. So it's you to them, then the ship.
You say, have you been to Pit Stop lately? Man, it's dead as a dodo around there. You know what a dodo is,
They
right?
sort of turn their things up. No pit stop. Not for a long time.
You won't believe it, that that bard, Frodo. What was his name?
Friday.
Friday.
First time I said it in an American accent.
What fucking Freya?
Friday.
Friday, yeah. He's come back to life, you believe that?
Make a perception check.
17.
17. You see their eyes sort of dart to each other and they tense up a little bit.
Yeah,
you got trade for us? We got money. We got credit.
Yeah, sure. Just
do
trying
you
to
want
make conversation.
Do you like animals if you're fishing?
What kind?
Depends. We've got owls, we've got bears, dogs, you name it.
No. You got dragon chess?
Dragon chess?
Yeah, dragon chess.
No, is that a game?
Yeah.
Sorry, don't have that.
I'm going to...
Okay.
How about some acid? Do you want some acid?
They sort of look at each other and they're like, no. We're looking for dragon
What do you know
chests.
about the acid?
I'm gonna.
What
gonna
is
walk-
dragon chess?
It's a common game, similar to chess.
I'm gonna keep walking towards them,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna cast Hold Person
Oof.
Okay.
on.
Is the connection gone, or is he just thinking?
No, I was just saying. I'm gonna
You want to think?
I'm
There's
gonna
only two of
cast. I'm gonna cast Hold Person. So I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level, so I can try and hold both of them.
Oh.
Ooh.
They need to make Wisdom saving throws.
Okay, so the first one is 8.
Fail.
Second one is natural 1 for free.
So they both freeze in place.
And so as
Well,
they
they're
sort of
paralysed.
back up as you get close, you see their bodies freeze. And they sort of fall forward onto their legs, their eyes darting wildly around.
Yeah, they're like paralyzed, and they're paralyzed for 1 minute. And I'm gonna pull out a dagger, and I'm gonna
You
pick.
hear some like,
My.
I'm gonna walk up to one and walk up to the one on the left,
yeah,
and
we'll say that's mackerel.
put the dagger right up to his eye. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna look at Trout and say, "Heard you guys might have stolen a fellow musician's instrument. Wouldn't happen to know where that is, do you?"
You just hear a, paralyzed, they can't speak.
I know. I'm letting him sweat.
I look to the others and say, "What is Mr. Ozzy doing? He's gone mad."
I'm going to like just stare at him like menacingly, and then I'm going to pull out some rope, and I'm going to start tying, like bounding their hands.
Yeah. You managed to do it easily enough, they're not moving.
At which point I suppose the spell would probably.
Yeah, so as you just finished like tying the last knot, the spell frees up. They're like, don't hurt us. No, stop.
Just tell me what I need to know.
Yeah, we took it. We took it. But not for us.
For who then?
Symphian.
Cynthian?
Yeah. Symphian Skaldarang.
I'm not from.
Need it.
I'm not from around
Pay
this.
us money.
I'm not from around these parts. Who the fuck's that?
He teaches music. He's teacher.
He teaches music.
Yeah. Conservatory. We'd tell you if you let us go.
Can you take us there?
No. Too
Why?
dangerous. Big creature, many legs. Too dangerous.
What do you mean many legs? How many legs?
You see them sort of like, they can't count on their fingers, so there's like hundreds legs.
Too many.
Hundreds
I
of
don't like
legs.
the sound of that.
So you stole
Listen.
the instrument for money.
No, Symphian told us. We worked for Symphian on Olive Farm, but then Olive Farm died. Then he said, get instrument. We did. Now we got the money.
Wow,
We can help.
Well, with what? Getting it back?
Trout, you can build. You can build it. Free his hands and he'll build it.
Build what?
Conservatory.
What do you mean?
Come. He'll show
You know what
you.
You don't want a fucking conservatory.
I don't want a conservatory. I want to get our friend's instrument back.
This is where it is. This is where Symphian live. He has a friend, looks like you.
Packard
Points to you, Ozzy.
Packard pulls out his gun and he starts pointing at him and he's like, "Stop speaking in riddles, you damn dirty apes!"
No riddle. I tell you.
Anybody else understand what's going on here? What they're talking about? Styles, what's he on
Well,
about?
I kind of was looking at wood grain, and then I looked up and someone was talking about conservatories. So, no.
Tell us where the Cynthian is. Where is he?
He lives in the conservatory on the
that
rock.
you're going to build us.
Yeah, we show you. 4 floors with roof. Big, strong doors, like castle. We can help.
Do I know what he's talking about from a magical point of view?
A conservatory is just another name for sort of a musical school.
So you're going to build us...
Why do you have to build it?
Yeah, what do you mean, build it?
Show you so you can get in. Build out of sand and mud.
Right.
Can we fly? Can we take the ship?
Yeah, but we're not coming with you. Too dangerous.
Why is it too dangerous if it's just a
Yeah, I thought
We
you
told
his,
you.
I
conservatory?
thought you were his friend. You work for him.
Yeah, but if we take you and you steal item, he'll kill us.
Well, bye, James.
Nope.
James has died.
Why do
James dead.
Tried to mute and I ended it instead.
Well, how about this?
Send money.
If you don't take us there and show us where it is, we'll kill you.
How about this? We give you all the information here, and you don't kill us.
How do we know to trust you?
You're big and strong. We're tied up.
Yeah, but how do I know that you're just not going to lie? And when we go, you run away and hide and never see him again.
I don't know. Up to you.
Exactly. You show us where it is, you take us there, and then you can go.
We're not going in. He'll see us. It's up to you.
Guys?
Just let the
Why
let
not?
the monkeys build their conservatory or their decking or whatever it is they want to make. And
untie
Don't let them tarmac
untie
your
one of
drive.
them. Untie one of them and we'll hold the other one.
yeah.
Packard. Yeah, leave the... Who's got a drawing? Trout?
Trout can build,
Packard.
and I'll do the talking.
Keep old Bessie there, aimed on his head.
Oh, I shall.
I start doing Trout's rope.
So it looks at you. Thank you. And he moves to the water, and you see, like, scooping up some of the algae and residue. You see there is sand underneath. And pulling the sand onto the deck where you are, he lets it dry out. And over the course of 10-15 minutes, he manages to make a sandcastle. Which looks a little something like this. It's in your journal. And I don't know if you can see it now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's very talented.
I say, actually, he is quite good.
Yeah, he's very good at building.
I told you.
You weren't lying.
This is where Cynthian lives. Conservatory, 4 floors.
Packard bends down and he says, "What is this? A conservatory for ants?"
No, this bigger in real life. Sturdy oak door, barred shut at night. Windows are latched shut like prison. But there is skylight on the
Oh,
roof.
so we're talking a heist here. I see.
Yeah, we stole. Now you steal back.
Hmm.
And pay us.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Come again?
We
You
just
love-
want dragon chess.
Do we know?
Do they
what
have dragon chest there?
If we come across the dragon chest, we will get it for you. But we're not going out of our way for it.
No, we won't. These guys
Sounds
are
good.
going to be lucky to get away with their lives.
Hey,
Yeah,
you kill us, you don't get information.
You've given us
Exactly.
It's
information.
a common mistake, you
No,
know.
we got more.
They
We got
didn't
more.
know they was going to come alive.
You don't know what's inside. We do.
What's
What?
inside?
what's inside?
What's
But you
inside?
said you're going to kill us.
No, we're not.
No.
He said
No,
so.
no.
He's not in charge here.
I won't.
Him, who looks like Cynthia's friend. He
What?
gives me the creeps.
Who's Cynthia's
He
friend?
gives us the creeps too.
He's staying at the castle. Handsome, tall, tiefling like you.
We are
His
all
name's
handsome.
Joster.
Joster?
Red skin, yellow horn, smoky voice. He
Hmm,
doesn't
does
do
sound
much.
handsome.
He paints portraits of the students sometimes.
Portraits.
Portraits. Blame Discord.
I think we know what you mean by that.
He paints porno of the kids, is what I heard.
Hey, listen. He showed up when the orchard died. And that's when we had to work catching this. We used to get paid good money.
Oh, so there's another guy that looks like me and he's a musician?
No, he doesn't play.
Oh.
He just hangs around.
Oh, a
Whereabouts
tag-along.
in the conservatory where we found the instrument? Hello.
Trout, what do you think? And Trout sort of points to the top, heading to like the top floor. Cynthian will keep it with him. It's precious. He wants to give it to one of the students because they are good.
Is
Well,
this,
it's not his to give.
yeah, it's not really his to give. Like, this
It's
is...
his now. We took it.
That's not how this system works, buddy. And you know
That
it.
man dead. He doesn't need it.
That is also true. But
You got to give it to the man.
When
But-
you took that from him, this man came back to
there are
life.
consequences.
Did
Yes.
you
I
know
don't
that?
believe you. He was dead. We saw him. He only had half a face.
Yes, well, that other half
Where-
is roaming around, causing a stink.
Whereabouts did you say this mandolin is?
In the conservatory. With Cynthian. He's going to give it
No,
to
like-
student.
Do you know
Which
which room?
student?
I don't know which room. He'll move it round. He might have given it to student already. Hey, Trout, which one was he going to give it to? Trout thinks for a minute. I think it was... Thinks for another minute. Van Timmel. Wiley Van Timmel, the girl. She's good. And the
Do you know
family's
anything about
filthy
her?
rich. Yeah, the family's filthy rich. I think Cynthian
Is
wants to be
is she a
good to
bit
her.
of a bitch?
Oh, she's a child.
What does she look like?
That's what I'm thinking. If we can get a look at her, maybe we can pretend to be disguise ourselves as her. Get her giving it to us.
Great minds think alike.
Let's see.
I am small.
She young. Not child
Good.
age yet. She privileged. Nice clothes.
Okay. Would we recognize her in
I
a
know
group
that
of,
name.
group of kids? She stand out at all?
Brown
What
hair.
species is she? What
Is
race?
she human like you?
Okay.
Like who?
Like a
Like him.
Are you
What's
telling
the
us
stars?
everything we need to know?
What else you want to know?
Packer, get in his head.
No, don't get in my head. I don't want you in my head.
If this goes wrong, Cynthian's going to blame you and come and kill you.
Exactly.
So you best tell us.
No, if this goes wrong, you'll be dead.
No, so I use my tattoo to change into him. Can I do that so I look exactly like him?
Oh yeah, because you can disguise self, isn't it?
Yeah.
So your
That-
form
yeah,
doesn't change,
changing.
but you can look like him. Instantly,
Yeah.
you see his black eyes just widen. He's like, "What's this? How are you me?"
This is you, and you will rob Cynthian. You
No.
will get blamed.
No,
You'll get killed.
not fair. We didn't do anything wrong.
Well,
At that, I just change back to normal.
You want us to succeed, otherwise it's gonna be you that pays the consequences.
It's people like him who did this. Symphian is like him too.
You pointing
And
at
blue.
me?
Yeah,
oh,
he's blue with black horns.
bit of
Racist.
racism. Yep.
Where we come from, your kind can't even talk, and you like throw shit at each other.
Hey, that's not fair.
You eat.
We're different.
You eat your
We're
own
not
shit.
monkeys. Or dozy.
Yeah, well, you fucking suck.
Let's forget about all that. Did you say it was like a
Well, you
school?
probably don't want to know about the key then.
Yes.
You see,
I-
a
Of
smart
course,
like
we want to
Ryder.
know about the key.
Well, you wouldn't want to know from Shitslinger, eh?
I'm just saying, you can't tar everyone with the same brush. Like,
Yeah, you tar me with the same brush.
you started. You said it first.
Picard.
You start.
Picard grabs. Who's the one who didn't make a sandcastle?
He is Mackerel.
Picard grabs Mackerel.
He's the one who's doing most of the talking.
Okay, Picard grabs the non-chatty one,
Okay, Trout.
and he casts inflict wounds.
Yes. Now we're
So,
talking.
I-
A
the evil
19
one.
hit.
Yes.
Okay. Let's roll for damage. 12 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. As you pick up Trout, Mackerel is like, no, leave him alone. And then you cast the spell. Trout's body instantly is perforated with this black, like magic that weaves from your hands going through his veins. His black eyes just bulge, then his body goes limp. You've killed him.
Excellent.
He's like,
I cast,
oh, Trout,
I
my
hold-
friend,
I
my
cast, I
friend.
cast Spare the Dying.
Macro's like trying to like fight out of the restraints. You killed him.
I hold his body aloft and then I just kind of like shove him into the pond.
No.
Now he's food for the toads.
You killed my friend.
And you better tell us everything we need to know, or you're next.
I won't tell you anything. You kill me. I join my friend.
I run over to him
Who
and I
can I
cast
play
Spare the
dragon
Dying.
chess with now? You killed my only friend. Will that save him?
I think that would be fine.
What's the specs for Bear the Dying?
You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Okay, it hasn't gone past double, so he's not dead. Yeah, you sort of pull him out the water and cast it, and he's like splutters to life. Bring him to me now.
I bring him to him and I also lay hands and put him 5 health.
You see as Trout sort of splutters back to life, like, I'm okay. Macro's head is like rubbing against him because his hands are obviously tired.
You see that, you fucking chimps? We can do that 20 times over.
Leave us
Die.
alone.
You will die and come back in an endless cycle. You will absolutely hate it.
At this
Unless you
point,
tell us everything.
Ozzy's like just sort of step back a little bit, and he's just like let Picard take the lead, and he's just a bit like, I don't know how to deal with this.
There's a key. He wears a key round his neck, and at this point, he's like tears are streaming down his face. It must be precious. He always has it on him.
Anything else?
We saw Josta, the other one. We saw him talking to a little green demon. But when we saw it, it turned invisible. Josta said it wasn't there, but we saw it all right.
Right.
Interesting.
Well, thank you. That wasn't so hard, was it?
Killed my friend, and then brought him back.
Yes, he's fine now. No harm done.
We're sorry. Thank you for your help.
I go over to him and I sort of lean into his ear. If he allows me to get that close.
He can't move, he's bound.
Oh yeah. And I whisper very softly, and I say, "I'll get you that dragon chest set, don't you worry."
He sort of recoils in fear as soon as you come close.
I'll get you a real good one. Real good dragon chest set.
He just lays his head next to Trout, whose arm's sort of going up round his neck.
Just don't tell anyone about this.
Just crying.
They won't believe you.
Remember, we've been the mastermind.
Your friendly neighborhood adventurers.
Everybody gets one.
I'm presuming you're leaving him now. As you leave him, one of you accidentally kicks the bucket full of toads, which tips and they begin to jump back into the lake. And
oh, jeez. Sorry about that.
Oh, jeez.
You leave the two sort of cradling each other, slowly shimmying back to their ship. But you have a destination. You have an idea of the layout.
Well, a job well done, Mr. Ben. A job well done.
Aye, that was a great interrogation techniques, I think. Good teamwork all
Yeah,
round.
that bit where you stepped in and saved him from dying, that was...
I thought that worked quite well. I guess that's what you're planning, to do that so that we could, make the fear of the cycle of death and life.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was my plan. All along, I knew you had it in you.
I mean, killing him was a bit extreme anyway. I mean, I was threatening him. I was never gonna kill the man. Chib.
But what's the point in threatening?
The threat is like a kill for a coward. You know what I mean? You're not actually gonna do it. You might.
Well, I'm not
on that kind of line there anyway. So
we're not murderers. Are we?
No, but we are exactors of justice.
Yeah.
And these little chimpy fellows.
Many people.
No. We've killed people that deserve to be killed.
Like criminals.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
We're not murderers.
No, we're not. No.
Self-defense. They always
just catfish them so they go crazy.
Basically, they've learnt their lesson. And they will probably not commit any
crimes. Sneaking up behind people and slitting their throats, not murder.
You could say that what they've done to Froddy is worse than death, to be fair. So
Exactly.
I'm just saying, there's the world is grey that we live in, and
no, it's not
sometimes
grey.
things like
it's
that
black
have
and
to
white.
be done.
There is right and there is wrong, and we are agents of the right.
I just
and
feel...
we must dish out that justice.
Well, okay.
It's fine.
I was taking the
think we
lead.
did well.
I felt like I had it under control. I don't think we needed to go to that extra step of actually.
It was going too slowly.
Well.
Anyway, I've got a plan.
Right.
Charles has a plan.
See?
Yes.
You're slightly musical.
I am.
Slightly.
And you can disguise yourself as well. Why don't you disguise yourself and pop in, and you could be Paycard's son or daughter, and he could try and get you a place in this music school, and then you could scout the place out.
I love it.
That sounds
I
beautiful.
can also disguise self, and I could be small and be a child.
Twins.
But
you.
I'm just thinking of the bagpipes,
You're not very good at the bagpipes, though, you might not get accepted into the school.
Yeah.
It's not to get mad,
I can say I've got one very gifted child and one very slow.
Can you go small?
You can look small. It's just that you can only move 1 foot different in touch, isn't it?
You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller. That's the limit of disguise self. You can't go any smaller than that.
Well, how tall are you? Are you like 7 foot?
6 foot.
I think I'm 6.
Okay.
I'll just check.
That's still a tall child. I think Scarrick might.
6'2", so I can go down to 5'2". I'm a tall child. Just hit puberty.
I mean, it would suit the Mr. Men better for me to be the musical one.
But you can't play music.
It's a school.
Exactly. He needs to learn.
Yeah, but you need some
You
musical
could be the
talent, surely.
musically talented adult that's trying to push me into it.
Wait a minute. What if?
I think it'd be funny if Pycat was the adult.
What if
That's
Mr.
you can
Ozzy?
be. You can be my gay parents.
What if Mr.
Or you
Ozzy
could
was
be a woman.
invisible, and Mr. Ozzy is playing an instrument while invisible, and we
Yeah, so I
pretend
look
that
like I'm playing
Scarrick is playing that instrument?
Could do. Or I could use Mage
That'll be-
Hand to play the instrument for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And I could use my other mage hand to I know that's.
Just use your hands.
They're just gonna see the mage hand.
You can make Mage Hand invisible, I believe.
No, you can't.
Only Legiment.
I am?
That's-
Only if you got Legiment
Oh,
one. It's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
next level
Right.
mage hand.
But I could use the Mage Hand to like cover your hand. Do you know what I mean? As you're playing, I could
And
move
I've
it in
got to
sync.
fucking
already
know exactly
super
where you go.
elaborate.
That's
It's just
very
gonna be like,
elaborate. That's
oh,
very
look, my hands are blurring.
Or we could, me and Pycard can go.
I think you're forgetting
you and
it's a
Styles
music
can go,
school.
and we'll have
Yeah, I think
For
it can be
teaching
that.
people how to play music.
we'll have two families battle it
The whole
out.
point is
So I'll
supposed to be good when you
disguise
start.
myself as a child, and Pycard can be my parent,
Yep.
and Ozzy, maybe you should go invisible so that you can like sneak or do things stealthily if we need. What Styles going to do? Maybe you could scale the outside and get
I think I'm just going to watch and just get some popcorn. Get my little rat scurrying about.
I say he's got a rat. Can that not infiltrate and feed him some information somehow?
I could probably play the bagpipes better than Scarrett.
Yeah.
I'm not entering a rat
don't
into
know,
the school.
Stars,
I
while
think I've
you're
been
deciding on the
in
plan,
there.
make an intelligence check while you consult your map from where they've pointed.
Not an issue whatsoever. Well, there it is. Nice little roly. See? 18.
18. You know the area not well, but well enough to know the landmarks and the way to get there. And you think it'll take around a day's travel. So there's time to rest on the way. And then you'll be there.
I mean, I can give you a couple of
That's a
options
formal
here
plan.
of things. I can polymorph into pretty much anything. Styles has got a rat that could sneak about as well. I can go invisible. I can create a major illusion that could be like big, you know, like we're talking 20-foot cube of sights, sounds, smells. I could even create the illusion of a child that can play music. Or I'm just throwing things out here, you know. I'm just giving you options. But,
I mean, I think it's a good idea to, you know, like, just... We don't necessarily have to play music, like you say, it's a school, so... Get in
I
there,
like all
just
of it.
get a bit of a tour to
Can we do all of
get in there.
we'll do
And then maybe also have a backup for, like, if we don't get anywhere near it, then we can, you know, scale the place after getting a check of the place. You know, do a bit of a scope while we're getting the tour.
Yeah, but I think you'd need some musical talent to get into the school. I
think that they would be more interested in a child prodigy
This is the angle I was going for.
because, you know, if a school
Ozzy.
can produce a prodigy,
Make a sort of want a general knowledge check. So
Intelligence?
yeah, just a general intelligence check.
I have no modifiers. 12.
12. Okay, so growing up a bard, not being able to access stuff like this, but knowing of it, obviously music's been in your blood for a long time, and there's been opportunities where you've seen other people go to similar things on OF, not obviously this. You know that no matter the skill level, there is always a tutelage fee. These places are run on money opposed to talent.
Ooh.
But having not experienced that, you're not sure how much that could be.
It could be that as long as you got the cash, you can get in. If it's anything like back home on Earth, talent was kind of secondary, as long as you had the privilege.
Can we
In fact,
illusion up
didn't
some money?
Mackerel or Trout say something about that girl being privileged?
Well, surely we don't have
rich
to pay
family.
straight away. We just have to pretend we're rich, so that they think.
And to be fair, we are pretty rich.
I mean, we can show off with money very casually with what we've got.
Or we
We've
just
got
go
this
in,
fine vessel.
murder them all, and take what we want.
So another
think of
plan
the
I was
children.
thinking. So
Someone think of the children.
if we know that this girl is getting it, maybe we could.
Oh, what they said!
Maybe we could murder her.
Just no.
No, but maybe we
Jack,
could.
steal
Maybe
it.
we could leave her like, that use your rat or something to find her, and then give her a note that's like, "Oh, meet me under the tree. I really fancy whatever, like a love note," so that
Why
she
would-
disappears and goes off campus, and then
What little,
Ozzy
what
can
little
pretend to
girls?
be the girl who's going to get given the axe,
Sorry.
the mandolin,
Look,
the
what-
golden axe.
Oh, yes.
How many little girls do you know? See a rat? Go up to set rat.
Well, no, the
Get
rat's
the
just find her.
note off it. This rat wants to meet me outside. I will go do that.
Rat's just finding her, then we can leave her a note somehow.
Skag, you never cease to amaze me with your well thought out plans.
Yeah.
I think.
That's just to get rid of her once we find her,
Right,
and then
all right.
Ozzy needs to look at her and turn into her.
Hey, I ain't looking at no
Derek,
girls. I'm not a dolphin.
Garrick, I know what you're doing here. Right. You can disguise yourself as a small child, and you can be the bagpipe playing prodigy of Picard. Picard can flash his cash in his nice clothes, accidentally drop like a purse full of money, like, oh look, it's falling everywhere.
I really feel like out of this group of Mr. Men, the two people you don't want at the front doing the talking is Packard and Scary.
Hey, I can
I'm
be
just
very
putting it out
convincing,
there.
mister. I can be very convincing.
I mean, you don't even need to make a history check on that one. Just happened.
No, but Picard, think of it like you're like a performer. You're a doting father. You've never killed anyone ever. You can't do magic. You're just a rich merchant.
I'm not too sure.
I think I was born to play the role, Mr. Styles.
I don't.
See, he talks. He's got.
I
that
feel
posh
like you're
voice.
too. I feel like you're too honest. I don't think I've ever seen you lie this whole campaign.
Oh, that's not totally true.
It's not lying. It's acting. It's acting.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, my uncle Roderick was in the theatre.
Do you have an Uncle Roderick?
No, but I had you going there, didn't I?
You did.
See,
See, that's acting.
You did. It worked.
Okay, fine, Ozzy, you can be the lanky child.
No, it's fine. If you want to
Barry
be,
Styles.
if you want to be the child, you can be the child. It's fine. I might just go in on my own and pretend to be a separate entity.
Look, I will be
fucking
daddy.
separate entity.
I will be daddy. And
Wow.
who wants to be my child?
Well,
I think Ozzy wants to.
Scarrick,
I'll
you
see.
can do
I
it.
think
Europe.
it has to be you, Scarrick. I think
Garrick,
as
you're
you've
up.
pointed out, you're the You're the shortest one. You're vertically challenged compared to the rest of us.
But I can be in... Oh, no,
I
because
think I'll actually have to grow a little bit to be the child.
I'm just trying to think, like, if I could be in there as well, because I have a lot of spells at my disposal to help the situation.
Yeah, be invisible.
Well, maybe just also be a child and just go and wander about and ask for that girl.
Yeah, I could do. But if I'm invisible, I can't cast any spells because I'll go visible. But I can sneak about in there.
We might see children coming and going, and then I could disguise myself and wander as one of the other children. We need to get there first.
We could just all be a group of kids. This could be fun. We'll just all pretend to be a group of kids.
We're the mini-men!
Oh dear. Or Picard, me, could bring 3 children to the school. They'll all be my boys.
I like that idea.
They'll all be my boys. So I'd like to enroll my boys in this school
Who can
of
disguise
music.
themselves? Is it just me and...
But we only have an hour.
Me and Styles? No, wait. Who can do
I
it?
can.
No, I think we all
can
You Stars and Scarrick.
Oh, so 3 of us can actually do
everyone
it.
but me.
Let's do
Of course.
that.
All right,
We should all be kids. And you can be our dad.
That sounds like a plan. We'll figure out the details on the way. But, yeah, I like where we're going with that.
in for a penny, in for a pound.
Scarrick
So-
look like a normal kid. Me and you could be
No, I'm
lanky
just gonna be able
kids.
to look at you both in the eyes and be like, ah.
So with
I
a
want to
plan,
be a tall emo kid.
with the backbone, the plan in place, you begin to travel across to the conservatory. The journey is a full day's travel from where you are. So at some point you take rest. And as you do,
Picard uses this opportunity to like stand in front of a mirror and do like soliloquies and just practice. He's got a script and he's like,
nice.
I am the father, I am their father. These are my boys. All 3 are my boys. These are boys are mine. Because I am their father. Yes, that was a good one, that one.
Just before you drift to sleep, Scarrick, you see the shadows in the room grow. As you dim the lamp down, the shadows form a shape. A familiar shape. The shape of the figure that was across the fire when you were down the alley. It looks to you, extending across the ceiling, its dull, red eyes glowing. Where alone, you can speak.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, too. Things are going well. You've tempered your flame.
Aye.
What do you think of the other one? Perhaps he could join us.
I have
He
hope.
seems reckless.
There's a rage in him.
There is a rage. He is a fire that burns hotly and wildly. Watch him and see. But you are doing well.
Thank you.
At that you drift into sleep, awaking the next morning. And as you all wake up, the ship now just a few hours away from its destination. That is where we will finish tonight's session.
Really?
What just happened? Did that happen in his mind, or did it physically happen?
You wouldn't hear it. No, it happens.
I wouldn't hear it.
It's in his mind. It's almost like a dreamscape.
Is he on about Picard?
Best not be. Something wrong with Picard.
Ooh, feisty one.
Totally normal.
Bring him to the dark side.
Oh dear.
Every time he's done something like on the edge there, I've been like,
Yes. My precious. Oh, dear. Great session, guys.